Lines Friday. Warning. You are entering Open Lines Friday. For today anything goes. Thank you for your cooperation.
Pay los chingazos. Listos, pay los chingazos.
I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
Welcome to our show.
All right, this is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the Boxing Debate Arena. Open Lines Friday. You know how it works. Anybody can join. Everybody should join. The link is in the description, and I'll be posting the link in the chat. Shout out to the people in the chat. Handsome Mechanic, Mars Boxeo, The Beak, The Viral Chronicles, Mr. BDA is in there. Some Rando, Alejandro Solis, J.A., Quick Sloth. All right, guys, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I want to thank everybody who joined Patreon. Now, you can join for free, but you can also donate if you wish. And some people have begun to donate, and we want to thank you for that. Here are the names of the people who have donated so far via Patreon. Check it out, guys. There's free content there, free content. And if also, we don't have Super Chats right now, but you can support us via Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description. You can be anonymous. You can change your name. You can add any name you want. And we would really appreciate any donations that you provide us. All right. Let's see who's here. All right, Mr. BDA. BDA, can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me just boost your volume a bit. All right.
Boost my...
I say something? Yo.
Oh, yo, whoa, wait.
It's fine, I guess.
People boost my volume, man. Also, I gotta boost it because no one's gonna boost it for me.
It's fine.
Whatever.
So yeah, let's start talking about the big news. Well, I don't know if it's big news. People are saying that on Twitter already that, or on X, I should say, that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney will be fighting on the same card. They're going to be fighting in New York, Times Square, outdoors. And it's going to be Devin Haney against Jose Ramirez and Ryan Garcia versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Your thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun if there was actually Times Square from the 1970s instead of this new cleaned up version? Imagine that. Imagine you're holding a fight in 1970s Taxi Driver Scorsese Times Square, and you got all these porno shops, you got all these derelicts prancing around. That would be quite something. It would be an actual boxing atmosphere. Instead, it's like they're holding the fight in Disneyland, essentially.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not the 1970s. It's not as spicy. But still, I mean, I think that would be a great idea to start to transcend the limitations of the current boxing. How would you call it? The go beyond where it is right now. I mean, we know Ryan Garcia has a big fan base. I mean, of course, a lot of them are teenagers and stuff like that. But boxing needs new blood, and maybe some of these people that follow Ryan Garcia will start to really follow the sport of boxing. And having a fight in New York, Times Square, and then you have Haney in the same card, and we know, the history between those two. Obviously, they had that controversial fight and all of that. It's going to attract a lot of attention. So I think it's a great idea. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking about that earlier, and I think it's a good time to talk about it now. We can maybe do a more orderly video on this later on, but boxing has been really stagnating in terms, not necessarily the matchups. I mean, these past 2-3 years, we've had some excellent matchups. I mean, come on, we got Beterbiev Bivol, we got Crawford Spence before that, we got Tyson Fury versus Usyk. We've had unifications. I mean, come on, it's been good. But what I'm saying is, in order to take it to the next level, one of the reasons why boxing was stagnating so much is because these promoters were just going along with the program. They were they were just intent on getting their side fee. That means, they get their money, they get their event set, and that's it. Well, let's do a little promotion. What does promotion consist of? Maybe sending a fighter over to our local radio station with a bunch of yucks and just, I'm ready for this fight. It's a great training camp. Okay, wow, that's really going to sell fights. And then the press conferences. It's always the same thing. 2 press conferences, maybe 3, and then a weigh-in. And what happens in the press conferences? The guy who promotes the fight comes along. Then the other promoter gets along. It's going to be a great fight. Of course, he's going to tell you it's a great fight. Then the guy who owns the venue comes on. Then the guy from the hot dog stands. I mean, everybody gets their share or their piece to say. Then the trainer, then the fighters. And again, a lot of these guys don't have anything to say. Just, it's been great camp. Tune in on September the 15th. It's going to be a great fight. And then that's it. Not even questions from the writers anymore. They used to do that. They don't even do that. Now you look at the UFC. How do they create these viral events? Well, because they let the promoters, the reporters ask a question, and they let the audience ask a question too. The reason why you don't see that in boxing is because you're afraid of what the people are going to ask. Because there's so many skeletons in the closet. There's so many people talking. There's so many fights that shouldn't be on pay-per-view. There's so much to criticize. I think they're afraid of letting the people have a say in those press conferences, but it would spice it up because let's face the facts. It's getting tiresome when they go, well, how do we sell the fight? Oh, I know. Let's get the fighters to fight each other. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, they shove each other, they insult each other. That gets old real fast, and it's fake too. On top of that, so people, we can see through it. But when at least you get a little bit more interaction with the reporters, the crowd asking questions, you never know who's going to ask what. That makes for great promotion. Like you said earlier, boxing has been stagnating. It's always the same thing. They're stuck on the same model. 3 press conferences, a weigh-in, and that's it. And then they wonder, how come boxing is not growing?
Exactly. They're not open-minded. I think this just is full of boomers, in my opinion. When you got Bob Arum is 90-something years old. And I don't know,
exactly.
His entourage is probably stuck in the 90s. And yeah, no, I think that you're absolutely right. There's no progress. But with the Sheik, I think he's injecting new ideas. The fact that he bought Ring Magazine, what he's trying to do to bring back the physical copy, the mega cards that he's creating. He has a vision. I think this is what we've been lacking in boxing, vision. And
absolutely,
we've stagnated, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We stagnated.
Let Me Ace in the chat says UFC brings in the media and the crowd. Exactly. There's got to be some form of participation that the audience feels like they're participating, like they're part of the event. I'm not saying obviously let them in the ring or whatever, but I mean, just let them have a say. Let them ask a question. How many times do fighters actually have, or excuse me, fans actually have a direct line of communication with the promoter? I mean, some promoters like Eddie Hearn, they will speak to pretty much anybody, but they don't do that during the press conference itself. It's only afterwards, when the reporters go up to with the round table and all that. Why not let the audience ask? Let a bunch of people. When Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney had their press conferences, right? It was crazy. It was wild. It was genuine in the fact that both guys really disliked each other. I don't think they told each other, "Hey guys, you got to play up the angle." But how? Maybe you never know what would have happened if somebody from that audience, because they did let a crowd in there. What if they would have let them ask a question? A couple of questions would have been interesting. Would have been interesting to put Ryan Garcia on maybe a guy asked Ryan Garcia, "Hey, did you really quit against Tank David?" You know what I mean? It's just anything. But they're too afraid, man. They're too stuck in their ways.
Baron Evola says UFC grew in popularity because of the storylines they made up for their fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know
I mean,
about that?
I don't know about the storylines that they made
maybe
up.
On that show. Remember where what's it was called?
Oh, yeah, The Ultimate Fighter.
The Ultimate Fighters. Sometimes they chose 2 guys that hated each other just to create some drama.
Mm-hmm. Right, and boxing did have a couple of seasons of The Contender back in the 2000s, but it was just each season got progressively worse. I don't think they took it seriously. I don't think they had people who knew what they were doing. And I think Burnett, the guy who created Survivor, was involved. But I mean, how much was he really involved in doing that? And also, here's the other thing: a lot of those network executives, they don't respect boxing. So I know if they don't respect it, probably it's because they don't know much about it, and they don't know much about it. How are they going to make a show like that work? So
they watched Ali fight and they watched the Rocky movies.
And Leonard, they watched Leonard. That's the other.
I was a big Ali fan. I know about boxing. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like I know about him.
Yeah.
Imagine a guy in today saying, "I know about boxing, man. I saw Mayweather Pacquiao." I was like, "Well, of course you saw it. It was the most mainstream fight out there."
I used to watch Mike Tyson fight. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the other thing Byron Nivola says. He says the storylines for boxers are nothing but yo, I'm a gangster. And that's the other thing is, first of all, these guys, as annoying as it is for a guy to say I'm a gangster or to try to get a gangster, these guys aren't even that. So it makes it even doubly worse. And, well, Thunderdome did a stream about 4 days ago where he put Jaron Ennis, Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis, Haney, and Shakur Stevenson on the cover, on the thumbnail. And he asked, what's wrong with these American boxers? And it's true. Look at how many fights they avoid. Look at how much talking. The ratio of talk to fight is ridiculous. They talk more than they fight. And then when they do fight, they fight in a boring ass style. So there is definitely something wrong in that lightweight, junior welterweight area. There's something wrong with these Americans. They need to step it up. And, it's interesting. Devin Haney is one guy that consistently just delays fights. And some people say, yeah, well, he actually makes the fights. Yeah, because his opponents have to acquiesce and give up, surrender something in order for him to get on board. If they don't surrender things, he doesn't fight. Same thing with Tank Davis. Would the Ryan Garcia fight really have happened had Ryan Garcia not surrendered to the rehydration clause and the catch weight? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it would never have happened. I mean, I'm optimistic about when it comes to boxing, just because of what the Sheik is doing, His Excellency, and I think that the old guard, whatever you want to call it, is going to have to move on. I mean, they will have to move on. There's no other option. Father Time is going to catch up, and with his Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney card, might be the beginning of something new. I think 2025 is going to be a good year for boxing. That's just my opinion.
Well, the last couple of years have been good. By the way, I don't know, Josh Boy in the chat says, Pitbull, you guys are deluding yourselves about Pitbull. I hope he's addressing people in the chat and not us, because, I mean, we've been keeping Isaac Cruz on about the same level that he should be at. We never overrated him.
I would be surprised if Ryan Garcia is unable to stop Pitbull Cruz, though. And by the way, at what weight division would this fight take place? That's what I'm asking myself. It has to be above 140, you know? Maybe 140.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, Pitbull Diaz shouldn't even be fighting at 140. So
Pitbull Diaz.
Pitbull Cruz. I would say Diaz. I don't know. Pitbull Cruz.
I was going to say, who's Pitbull Diaz?
Yeah. What people saying in the chat. By the way, guys, the link is in the chat. If you want to jump on, anybody can join. Don't be shy.
But yeah, listen, I think Isaac Cruz, it's going to be interesting because if the fight's above 140, that's going to be extra weight for him to pack on that what's the word I'm looking for? Compact frame of his. Like Gonzalo said, he looks like a little luchador. Remember that? He looks like a luchadorcito.
Like, yeah.
Luchadorcito. And it's true. It's the more weight he puts on, he's going to be slower. And Ryan Garcia is very good at walking guys into his shots. He's very good at controlling the distance. He takes little steps back. I mean, that was the plan against Tank Davis. That's what Joe Gusa said, that they were going to push him back, but not overcommit, make him miss, make him get down on the cards, to Tank Davis, that is. And then once he started over committing, then they were, how come had you already been on us? Yeah, what happened here? Everybody jumped on at the same time.
How come everybody jumped exactly at the same time? What the hell? All right. That was scary.
I think what's going on? I think
insane asylum here.
Yeah, right. As soon as we open up the doors, all the floodgates open, and but what I was gonna say is, okay, so Isaac Cruz, he's gonna have that extra weight. I don't know if he's gonna look lethargic or sluggish, and
he has that high guard.
He has a high guard.
You think he's gonna survive?
Yeah. what I like about Isa Cruz is that as soon as he punches, he transitions very well from offense to defense. As soon as he throws a shot, boom, he's right back into that tight guard of his. If you watch those slow motion clips of him against Tank Davis, he would throw these shots, and Tank Davis would try to play his usual game of counter punching one shot at a time. And Pitbull was blocking most of it throughout the night. So Ryan Garcia, that's why I think you're right. I don't know if Ryan Garcia can stop him, but I'm pretty sure Ryan Garcia beats
him. That's the next fight that's happening? Garcia versus Pitbull?
That's the rumor. The rumor is that they're gonna have Ryan Garcia and Pitbull on the same card with Haney versus Jose Ramirez, and then the winners of those fights are supposed to fight each other.
Gotcha.
That's interesting. Don't tell me they're gonna force Garcia to be a co-event.
I think so. I think he's gonna be the co-main. Yeah.
No, that's insane. Are you saying Haney versus?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, come on, man. You don't think
Haney Ramirez was coming off a loss and didn't do jack squat against Barbosa. Got outboxed for as long as the fight went.
They're telling Ryan Garcia, we're gonna drop the lawsuit if you do this and that and that and this. You don't think they're telling him, hey, you also gotta be the co-main event? Of course.
That's insane.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, we got a bunch of people here. We got
let's get people's thoughts on this potential. How do you call it? The dual card? What's the word?
Yeah, this dual. I'm curious to hear from people whether they think it's a good card, because I was telling Butcher, I'm not interested in watching two guys tee each other off for a main event later on down the line. I mean, Garcia, Isa Cruz, maybe, yeah, it's interesting, but Haney versus Jose Ramirez, that's a pretty weak card.
Very weak.
Yeah.
Very weak.
Isn't that dude coming off a loss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbosa.
He seems past it, to be honest.
Now, is Isaac Cruz going to be now he has a fight against Angel Fierro on, I think, the Morell Benavidez card. Is that going to be after that? Or did they cancel that fight altogether?
Good question.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? Wait. Isa Cruz was supposed to that. Yeah, you know what? See, I'm so I've been so ignorant of that Morell Benavidez card. I forgot. Yeah, Isa Cruz supposed to fight. So how's that going to work?
That would be on February the 1st or something like that.
Yeah, the 1st of February. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're talking about this Garcia Haney card in May. It's going to be taking place in May. So
they're expecting Pitbull to.
Yeah, they're expecting him to win. But why Pitbull and not anybody else? I mean, there's so many fighters that they could choose.
Exactly. That's what I understand.
Specifically Pitbull.
They want Pitbull, maybe because they think he's a rating star. I mean, every time he goes, he used to, whenever, even prior to the Rayo loss, when they would show him in the crowd and all that, people were always cheering and hooting and hollering. So that maybe because of that, these promoters go, hey, that's a guy we can sell.
Yeah, I think so. Two exciting fighters. Try to get out the Mexican fan base, a fan base that actually pays.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's Mexican. Then, yeah, makes sense. But then, oh, yeah, you're right. And that would... But no, Mexicans don't care about Jose Ramirez. They don't give a fuck about this guy. And, well, I think they think that Haney against Ramirez is going to be attractive to Mexican fans or what?
No,
I don't know.
They're going to be attracted by, let's assume the Garcia fight is the co-event. They're going to be attracted by that, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, another Mexican fighting.
No.
You don't think so?
Maybe. I want to see what the whole card is going to look like, though. I hope it's not... They're not satisfied with only having Garcia and Haney on the same card, and then the rest is going to be garbage. I hope it's a complete-ass fucking card. They're saying it's going to take place in... Again, Times Square, outdoors. That would be crazy.
It would be a nice change, because it would make it seem like, hey, look at all these people in this outdoor. I remember when Madrimov fought Eric Walker, they did it downtown Kentucky. No, where was it? It was some town, some city, like a little metropolis, and the fight was outside during the night. Now, of course, it was empty because it was during the pandemic, but it looked good, man. It looked futuristic. It's surrounded by neon lights of the big city. So I don't know, maybe
Derevchenko against that guy from the Bahamas or something. What's his name?
Derevchenko was that dude.
Turiano Johnson.
Yeah.
That was Florida, Miami, or somewhere in Florida, outside. Remember?
Oh, wait, now, so that this outdoor fight would be in May, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that works. I mean, it's still a little chilly at night, early May in the East Coast here, but
I think it's
northeastern
way warmer
border.
there. New York. I don't know.
I mean, it's not that far from where we're at.
By May should be okay, man. By May should be fine.
Yeah, but remember early May. Anyway, it gets cold at night, early May. But I wanted to. Did you see that Rick Glazier said?
Yeah.
He connect. What's his? How do you call it in Twitter when you reply to somebody or repost? Yeah, something about Haney. What's Haney saying? He said, "Well, Haney, you got to learn how to get away from left." No, he said something like, "Boxing fans know how to evade left hooks," something like that. And then Haney just replied with a picture. I don't know if it's a real picture or not of Glazier on a sofa he's got a button-up shirt, but the lower button is open, so you see his belly button. He looks. I don't know if it's real
sticking out. They're really going at it today on X. It's crazy.
Everyone's going at it on X, right?
Lopez,
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Teofimo Lopez saying that they're not giving him. Well, that the reason why he's not fighting Subriel Matias is because they wanted to make the fight on the West Coast, and he says it should be happening in New York City. Mm-hmm. And then he's also saying that they offered him $2.8 million, and he says that he should be getting more, I guess, because he says he's a bigger. He's the only star that Top Rank has at this point. And then he said that they're trying to... all roads are leading towards Keyshawn as their next pupil. Inshallah, I can fight you now, he told Haney.
Inshallah.
Is that... shit, I was going to say a word I wasn't supposed to say. Is that person, Haney, still married to that girl?
Are you talking to the girl of ill repute?
I don't know. I'm talking about his wife or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if he's married to her or not, but I'm pretty sure he's got a couple of questions. Like, hey, when you told that guy, that rapper, that there was no one else like him, you said that before me, right? Like before you met me. It's like, yeah, sure, baby, yeah, whatever you say. That's all. That's what she's saying. She wants that gravy train. She wants to have a couple of kids with the guy, so that when they finally do divorce or separate, whatever, under which California law, she gets like 50% of his shit, right? Even if they're not married.
Yeah, beta bucks. Well, to me, it kind of seemed like he was trying to. No, honestly, like it kind of seems like he's trying to draw the attention somewhere else, trying to get people to forget. I haven't forgot.
You forgive, but you don't forget. Right,
he's a dunce. Let's just leave it at that.
Wait a minute. Now I gotta take umbrage with some people here in the chat. Yan Run Protectorate says, "I'll be watching on Crackstream," and then Thunderdome, shout out to Thunderdome, says, "I'll be in peanut heaven watching it on Crackstreams." I mean, come on, you guys can say that. You'll be watching it on Crackstreams at somebody else's house. That way, you're not liable for whatever is going on.
Yeah. I just know that I watch it on what's that place? Crackhead. They have a free.
I mean, come on.
They have a free discount, free 99.
I mean, show a bit more class. Crack streams, come on, do meth stream.
Yeah, Crackstream doesn't even exist anymore. I don't think. But listen, this Haney versus let's see what happens. I mean, it's interesting. They could have just really done the Haney Garcia fight right away. Do they really need that tune-up? I mean, it's two guys that aren't really all that great either. So just might as well just put them in there straight off the bat. Well, what do you guys think? Do they really need tune-ups?
No, it's all fighters do with tune-ups, dude.
That's a good point.
That's all they do. Or rebuilding. It's like, dude, you got 38-year-old fighters fucking rebuilding.
Yeah, we got to rebuild these guys.
Is he still on legal peds?
Who?
Haney.
Oh yeah, he's still with Victor Conte. Victor Conte, who always refers to Haney as my guy. Devin Haney, my guy. And I don't understand why more people don't question the fact that this dude is allowed in like his whole his specialty was creating PEDs that go under the radar, that are undetectable PEDs. And then he complains, without VADA, all this testing is useless. I mean, he even said on the Joe Rogan podcast, unless you're doing 360-day a year testing, round testing, it's easy to cheat. So this is a dude that's admitting that boxing testing is a joke, that he can create PEDs that go undetectable. Even the Olympic committees couldn't stop this dude. They couldn't catch him. and yet he's still allowed in boxing. My question is, if he was giving Devin Haney something, A, how would he be caught? And how would Devin Haney know that he's taking something illegal? He wouldn't know. It's like, hey, drink this shake. Okay. Hey, put this
Devin
cream on your
Haney
fucking
is
ass.
a fucking embarrassment. How the fuck are you gonna take all that steroids and not get knockouts?
He's a pussy.
Exactly. That's even
Yeah,
worse.
he's a bitch.
All right, guys, Devin Haney posted this on X about an hour ago. Ryan said he would sign up for drug testing. He hasn't signed up for VADA or USADA. That's what's holding everything up. Maybe he's trying to get clean. So I guess the rumors are not true.
I mean, just put it in the contract that there's no testing, and that's it. Both guys can do whatever they want. See that? But that's the weaponization, or like what Precise used to call it, the weaponized drug testing, because Haney's probably taking something. I mean, come on, he's associated with Victor Conte. So the only reason why he's asking for any type of testing is so that it makes it seem like, you see, we're both clean. But he knows he's not clean. You know what I mean? So it's a weaponization. It's a PR move. They should just put in the contract, yeah, listen, no testing. That way, you're tacitly admitting that both guys are on something, and it's an even playing field. As opposed to all this rigmarole of, no, I want clean boxing. I want kids to know that if they take their vitamins and they eat their vegetables, they can grow up to be like me. No, bullshit. You're on fucking ass. Yeah.
I got a question. Is it too late for Ryan to hire Conte?
You know what? For the right price, I'm pretty sure you could get him. Yeah. Why not get? If Ryan Garcia was smart, you know what he would do? He would get Memo on board.
Yeah, that would be. They should all take PZs then.
Memo Herrera apparently is superior to Conte for the mere fact that he's actually got the degrees to back it up. Also, he beat Conte to the punch with the whole Balco thing, where he testified, and essentially he didn't get any time. So he's smart in that regard when it comes to being a rat. A rat, nevertheless, but a smart rat. And why wouldn't you want a smart rat on your corner if you pay him good money to be loyal to you? And imagine the promotional. Imagine fucking Ryan Garcia crazy now. He brings Memo with him to the press conference, and then Memo just starts badmouthing Conte. And then Haney brings Conte, and it just becomes. See, this is what I'm talking about, Butcher. These guys don't know what they're doing when it comes to promotion. We got to do it for them, the fans. We got to think all this through for them.
They don't know how to sell a fight. They don't know entertainment. They just think that they can have a shitty press conference where the boxers don't say shit, and then all of a sudden everybody's gonna tune into the fight because they're all excited, and then the fights suck anyways. The matchups are shit, and then they promote all these fighters. They try to shove down these fighters down our throats that are fucking boring. Jesus,
yeah, they are boring.
And then they stick on the joint and they don't get reprimanded. Like they should be put on in the undercard if they perform like that.
That's a good point. It's not a meritocracy.
People want to see blood, knockouts.
Excitement.
You want to see a street fight? No, I want to see boxing. Is that too much to ask? Jesus Christ. Can we get a decent boxing fight? All right.
You know what I want? I want other people to jump in. It's Friday. Everyone's being so quiet. What's going on here?
And Impal is saying we have 113 people watching and only 31 likes. This is embarrassing, guys.
Outrageous.
We're outrageous. We're gonna shut it all down. We're gonna delete the channel. I'm tired.
We're gonna send you a virus. We're gonna send you all a virus.
We're gonna send you a fucking virus on top of that.
Yeah.
36 likes.
But
come on.
But yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious. Everything that's going on in boxing, guys. What do you want to see? Is boxing this? Even with the deep pockets of the Sheik, are things slow to change, or what's going on here? I want to hear from some other people.
Yeah. Everybody's asleep today.
Sleepy Friday, dude.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, man. Listen, if Ryan Garcia brings Memo to the press conference, that would be the ultimate troll job.
Forget about fucking Memo, man. Nobody gives a fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, that's exactly your problem. Oh, people don't give a shit because you haven't seen the result.
This guy, he's not gonna. What are you talking about, man? He's gonna sell the fight now.
Memo. Never Sober says, I think LL has been banned. That's what he told me, and I checked the banned list of of people who've been banned. He's not there, so I don't know what he's talking about. I think
check it out.
I know LL. I know he likes to troll a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually pulled himself out of the channel And now he's making this shit up that he got banned. I don't know who would have banned him. I know we got a couple of moderators,
cool.
but yeah. I don't know what happened, now, but he said long story short, he said he was going to try to sign in with a different name. So hopefully we see him back.
Deontay Wilder fighting Curtis Harper, targeted for April 26 on BKL Prime. I don't know what the fuck it is. BLK. Okay. Dyslexia or something. 4-fight losing streak.
Down syndrome.
known for walking out. So this guy, Curtis Harper, is known for walking out of the ring in 2018 against Efe Ajagba. You guys remember that shit? That's the guy. That is the fucking guy. Can you guys... Oh, and look at this. Look at this. I wrote this down. Chris Harper, all right, has a record of 18, 11, and 12.
Wow.
He's 36 years old. His last 4 wins have come by stoppage. So you're going to go like, oh, this guy has a knockout power. His fights haven't gone past 2 rounds. Those 4 fights. But look at this, guys. He fought Francois Russell with a record of 3 wins, 42 losses. And then some other guy called Tubbs, 5 wins, 19 losses. Some other guy, 5 wins, 18 losses. And then a guy named Caleb Slaughter. Sounds like a wrestler. Caleb Slaughter with a record of 3 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw. This is the guy that Wilder's gonna be fighting. They're looking for a knockout highlight.
He's a king crusher. Wilder is a supreme level king crusher, and the guy who
what the fuck are you eating, man?
The guy's a king crusher.
Are you
He's
eating
a king crusher.
I can't hear the guy.
I agree. He's a king. By the way, Francois Russell. That sounds like if I were a philosopher, that would be my name, Francois Russell. But listen, the point is this. Wilder, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, we're just talking about tune-ups. Does Wilder need a tune-up? I mean, if there's ever a guy who deserves a tune-up, isn't it Wilder, who's close to 40? He's been knocked out.
He beat him to the world. I want to see him get knocked out again.
Every fight is a fucking tune-up, dude. These guys fight once a year. They lose. They're like, oh, we need a tune-up. So they take the fucking 3 tune-up fights, 3 years, dude.
Guys, this is the ultimate tune-up. Doesn't get in more. This is not even I don't even know. Is there something lower than a tune-up? Because this is what it is.
No,
it's a Wilder fight.
A tune-up, dude. Yeah. If you're taking tune-up fights, you should be fighting tune-ups multiple times a year. You're working on something. You implement it against a lower class opponent. You work on something. You implement. It's got to be quick. If you're just fighting once a year, but fighting bums, you don't learn anything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happened throughout Wilder's career, and at this point, he's 40 years old. My guess is that they want him to obviously knock this guy out and then hope for a AJ fight or something like that.
Well, can I disagree with something there from Cesar that he said? He says Wilder doesn't learn anything. I disagree. You saw him practice that twirl a bunch of times. He did it. He did it against Zhang. So come on. He practices something. He gets it done in the ring.
Handsome in the chat says, money laundering operation.
That's what it looks like, man.
BLK.
Yeah, but in fact, how is that not a money laundering operation compared to Makachev versus Mastano?
Hey, by the way, I forgot to mention Warrior of God. That's Telkines.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Telkines. I'm having trouble hearing you, man.
Of the Crimson Cross.
Yeah, we're having your Obama phone's overheating.
Yeah, you fix your phone, man, or your mic. All right, thank you. We have the FUTV in the chat says Wilder took mushrooms and lost his balls. Oh, he was talking about getting pregnant and all that shit. Remember? That was a long time ago, though. But
and he talked about being possessed.
Yeah, by the spirit of fucking Tai Tai Watui.
That's right.
By the way, he told TMC Sports that he had been fighting with a broken arm, and that's his excuse for those shitty performances against Zhilei Zhang and Parker. And he said that he didn't think it was that big of a deal because he didn't know his arm was broken. He thought it was just some like a small injury. But then apparently he went to the doctor and he did some MRIs, and they showed him how bad it was. And he's like, well, I have high tolerance for pain, So apparently that's his fucking excuse now. His arm was broken. Can you believe it?
That reminds me of Mike Tyson. Remember that? I broke my back.
Spinal.
Spinal. Yeah.
Spinal.
I mean, Broken arm. I mean, wouldn't you know if you had a broken arm or not? How could you miss that? How could you not? Yeah.
Not if you're missing a few chromies.
What's that?
Not if you're missing a few chromies.
No, come on.
He is.
Bucho, get Amak out of here. Get him out of here.
Amak's been trolling lately, man.
Lately? How about ever since he got to this community?
That's true.
I'm not trolling. What do you mean?
I'm kidding. It's Friday. I'm listening to
the Kang. What else do we have here? Joe Pitaya is focusing on cruiserweight.
But can we just stick into Wilder real quick? I mean, Steve Kim did one of his columns this week was where he'd ask people on Twitter, "Hey, give me your best fights, the fights you want to see the most, 2025." And a lot of people still said Wilder Joshua. I'm just curious here from people on the panel. Would you still be interested in that? And if so, why would you be interested? Break it down for me. I'm curious.
I'm sorry, which fight?
Wilder Joshua. Are you interested?
Yeah, sure. Why not, dude? I love that last fight of Metal Gear Solid 4, dude, where it's old ass fucking Snake versus fucking old ass Ocelot. Yeah, let's see it.
Absolutely, that's right. That's a good comparison.
I don't think they're gonna be trading punches like that, but
well,
it's gonna be one of those fights. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how serious do you guys think Fury took Francis?
Oh, not serious at all.
I don't know. I just think AJ beats him. I always thought AJ would beat Wilder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too. I think some people have been flip-flopping here. I'm serious. I remember a bunch of people on the Discord saying Wilder was gonna beat AJ because AJ is not mentally strong. His chin is weak. But all of a sudden, everybody's speaking AJ.
Well, Wilder was going life and death with Spielka. Remember that?
Yeah, but he wasn't getting hurt, though. He was just unable to catch the guy.
No, he got rocked in that fight from what I remember.
Really?
He did get hurt by a body shot.
He got clipped or something like that. Yeah.
I just remember Spielka outboxing the guy. And then he lunged in like a maniac.
Yeah.
Like an idiot.
Yeah, I remember that time Fonfara was in the crowd supporting his fellow Pole. I remember he was next to Spielka's wife, consoling her while her husband got knocked out. He's like, "Oh yeah, all right, that's all right." And I was like, I don't know what he was up to. He was trying to. I'm pretty sure secretly he was hoping Spielka was really hurt, so he could slide in there and take away his wife. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on the guy. That's the way it seemed like to me.
Says Wilder hurt Zhang. Is that true? I don't remember.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. Don Ramon in the chat says AJ Wilder is the edge of calling it quits.
AJ Wilder in the edge of calling it quits. You know, I think AJ just needs to get a win and he'll be back. That's how the type of guy he is. He just gets one win and that, you know, he'll be back in thinking he's the best ever. But Wilder, on the other hand, he's what, 39 now? 38, 39? He's
gonna be 40.
Sorry, I mean, yeah, that's even for a heavyweight, especially such a limited heavyweight as himself. It's I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, Joshua Wilder is going to be one of those fights where you're not going to take your eyes off the screen, because at any moment one guy can end the fight. So I think it definitely needs to happen.
Yeah,
I think it'll be interesting.
That's true, and also the press conferences, the build up. Do you think it's going to be interesting or not?
Yeah, I think they'll probably go, through. They'll probably go back down through memory lane, talking about why the fight didn't happen and all this and that. I think.
Yeah,
you
but
ducked me. No, you ducked me.
Isn't AJ Hood now? So it'd be like the Bloods versus.
Yeah, it's Femi, bro. It's Femi, Josh.
UK versus USA, Bloods versus Cribs.
Yeah.
What are the Bloods called in UK again? The Rude Boys or some shit like that.
I don't know.
The Rude Boys. I mean, that sounds like another wrestling combo right there.
Yeah, the Bloodettes. The Bloodettes, because they're more pussy.
Come on, man. Come on. What's the matter with you? All right, so what other subject, Butcher? There's a lot going on, man, in terms of rumors and back and forth between guys.
Well, Eddie Hearn still doesn't believe that Fury's going to retire. He says that, but then he's like, he was talking to IFL, and then Eddie Hearn was like, "Oh, no, it's not a big deal if Fury retires. We have, there's so many options for AJ, he can fight the winner of Parker Dubois. He can he can fight the what's the African guy? Bakoli?
Yeah,
that dude's ass, bro. He's ass.
And they could make that fight in Africa, apparently. So, and then he's like, what else did he say? He was acting as if AJ has a bunch of options. I'm like, guy, he just got knocked out. Like,
he's got options, man. What are you talking about?
I think
he's still a big star.
No, he's not,
a big
man.
star.
No, we gotta talk to people from the UK if he's actually really a star.
No, we don't need to. I know. All
right. I just think he looked like.
But wait.
Yeah.
Did Shazar say? Did you say Bakoli's ass?
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking.
Lawrence Okolie.
Lawrence Okolie.
Yeah, Okolie.
I was gonna say Okolie, but no, it's not Okolie. It's Bakoli.
Yeah, my bad. Their names are very similar. Yeah. Okolie's good. Okolie's ass.
I think
I'll let it slide
AJ at this point.
Yeah.
No, but wait, Butcher. You really think AJ is done as an attraction?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Just go
but what do you base that on?
Fight. That Dubois fight. He wasn't even in the fight. He looked dejected. He looked like he didn't.
But you're talking about two different things here.
From a fucking nap.
Yeah, but Butcher, you're talking about two different things. I'm talking about as an attraction. People are still going to want
the attraction? The appeal was that this guy was a top level heavyweight, and he was big and all of that shit. Those things are not working anymore. They're not attractive because he's been exposed.
Well, they didn't work against Dubois. But you get him another win.
They didn't work against Usyk neither, a smaller guy.
No, he didn't. He performed well.
I don't see why AJ is still attractive at this point. Nobody wants to see this guy anymore, in my opinion.
He's still going to be an attraction. Same way Tyson was an attraction.
He's not Mike Tyson.
60 years
what
old.
The fuck are you talking? Mike Tyson.
No, but for the UK, he's going to be an attraction still. Trust me. Because he's a star. Once you're a star, you're a star.
Oh, no.
He's a star.
He's the Mike Tyson of the UK, man. That's an insult.
I'll admit.
UK.
Hold on. I'll admit that he's not as big a star. He's probably not going to be as big as he was before because, like you said, there is a deflation did take place because of the way he lost. However, you put him in there against the right opponent, especially if he manages to get a sensational win, he's right back on top.
Who wins, guys? Bakoli or AJ?
I'd go Bakoli.
I got Bakoli. Yeah, Bakoli.
Of course. That's the Mike Tyson of the UK. Too. That's the Mike Tyson of the UK. He's going to get beat by Bakoli.
Well, I didn't call him
AJ wants to fight even if it's not Dubois. He told Raider Rahim. He's ready
but there's some people he can...
When you're a star, you don't need to rely on winning all the time. That's the difference. You don't understand that, Bucho, because you don't understand boxing in general.
Did you see how he got destroyed by Dubois?
Yes, and people still want to see the comeback. They want to see the comeback. They want to see the hero come back, blah, blah, blah. So you can still hit so much still drawing power from him, man. Don't worry.
Mirage has a point. Like, the UK are paying fans, unlike Mirage, who doesn't pay for the Benavidez
and
fight.
Eddie Hearn is, you know what, Eddie Hearn is a
great. Are you paying for the Benavidez fight in February?
Yeah, and I would pay double.
You're supposed to show the receipt.
That's a real fan.
A real fan that never.
And you guys should also pay in the chat. You better all pay, okay?
Yeah, everybody will show their receipts.
Because Dave is giving you a real fight. He's not cherry picking like certain other, Mexicans trying to pretend, they're badass. David's actually doing it.
We all know you have a fucking crush on Benavidez.
This attitude
He's doing
is
it
why
for the fans. He's doing it for you. So show some.
He's challenging himself. He's challenging himself by like fighting a prospect. Same thing Canelo was doing. He fought Berlanga.
Yeah, how many professional fights does Morell have? 12?
12.
12.
He's in the main event of a
Berlanga's a bum.
He's only got 12 fights. Has that ever happened?
If you haven't worked out Berlanga's a bum, that's a problem. You better,
I tell you who had a problem. Morell, when he fought Kalashnik, the Serbian Cholo, he looked very shaky right there. But then again, Benavidez looked like crap too against Vonsic, so I guess both guys kind of deserve each other.
Yeah, I mean, who do you think's better, Vonsic or Berlanga?
I mean, a 37-year-old Vonsic? A 37-year-old Vonsic, you say? Yeah, I don't know. I think Berlanga looks...
Same age as Triple G when Canelo beat him in the rematch, same age.
A gunshot.
I mean, Vonsic was 38.
No,
37, 30 again, yeah.
He just turned 37. I mean, Triple G was 36.
Champion.
But I love how you act like
he went from being 38 to 36 now.
Listen, was Golovkin a champion? Yes.
When David fights a 37-year-old, you act like he's 50. I love that.
Was Golovkin a champion?
Was Golovkin
but he's still the same age.
Was Golovkin a champion? Yes. Vozik wasn't a champion. He got destroyed by Beterbiev a few fights before that. And by the way, Vozik was coming off a layoff.
He didn't get destroyed. He was ahead on the scorecards when he got stopped in the 10th round.
He was coming off. Butcher, you're right. He was coming off a long layoff. He took 2 tune-ups against nobodies. Now all of a sudden he's supposed to be back. I mean,
he's like Golovkin because it's the same age.
Yeah, now he's like Golovkin.
So he's 50, right? He came in jacked out of his brains. He looked like the Incredible Hulk, the best physical shape ever. But he's old. He was past it.
He's salivating over Vozik. He's salivating over Vozik.
I don't want to get stuck with the Benavidez talk with fucking Mirage.
We don't want to hear about his 6
Let's talk about Canelo fighting a welterweight.
Channel recharge
later in the year.
We'll talk more about this later.
Are you guys embarrassed? Canelo's going to be fighting a welterweight?
We'll talk more about this later. Let's move on to the news here. WBO, WBC, super welterweight champion, Sebastian Fundora. Apparently, he will not be fighting Errol Spence Jr. That fight is not happening. So now Fundora has to fight somebody. And apparently that somebody is going to be Joey Spencer, the great Joey Spencer. Can you guys believe that shit?
Great.
Yeah, he's going to get knocked out again, Joey Spencer. That dude's always been a hype job for them. Yeah, he was the PBC prospect of the year. That's the prospect they're getting over there.
Yeah, that guy. He was talking off fucking Wilder. I remember during the whole thing.
Yeah. And Andrew Ward, by the way.
And Andrew Ward, Jesus. That fight would be a pay-per-view, Amazon Prime pay-per-view, because Fundora is such a big star. We all know that shit. Why is he fighting Bohachuk? That would be a great fight.
I mean, come on. It's. I mean, he's with the sinking ship PBC. They don't want to go. He's probably thinking, why can't I leave the PBC plantation like Wilder did for a while, or how Ruiz did, or how Rayo did? No, they're keeping him in the PBC, and they're gonna feed him PBC guys. And what's interesting about all of this is Spence activated his rematch clause against Crawford, and then they both said idly bye. And they never fought each other. So they wasted 6 months of each other's time. Then for a year, we heard about the Fundora fight. 2024 came and went. Now it's 2025 and it's not going to happen. So what were they doing throughout a year and a half? What were they doing? I mean, this is a complete and utter failure of a promotional company.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't he still drink syrup? That purple drink?
I don't know what.
Yeah, AB. No, honestly, AB has tweeted implications that he drinks that.
Wait, that he drinks it or that Spence drinks it?
Spencer. Errol Spencer, or whatever the fuck his name is.
The purple drink. Scissor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we not allowed to say what it is on YouTube, or what's going on here?
I don't know.
It's called Lean.
Well, those are his nicknames. Got a lot of nicknames. Scissor, purple drink, Lean.
Lean. Yeah.
I'm going to try one of these days, man. I want to see what all the fuss about.
It's like the Flaming Mole in the
series. Yeah. I want to try it.
Flaming Homer.
You know what it is, right? You do know what it is, right?
Like cough
syrup, to make it.
Yeah, cough
syrup. Yeah, you make together cough syrup, an alcohol of your choice, and then a soda of your choice. I would never do.
Damn, that sounds nasty.
Sounds delicious.
Anyways, so what else I hear? Fundora. Charles Conwell wants to fight Fundora, but he won't get a chance. So Spencer is going to get the shot, apparently. Let's see, what else do we have here?
What a mess.
What a mess. Gilberto Zulo Ramirez was ordered by the WBA to fight his mandatory challenger, Uniel Dorticos. Dorticos is 38 years old now, 27-2 with 25 knockouts. 3 fights since losing to Brady's in 2020. But those 3 fights were against very weak opposition. And so apparently that's going to be the next fight for Ramirez. He won't be fighting Opetaya, unfortunately. Not yet.
I mean, Opetaya fighting at the convention center.
Santa.
He's fighting from the convention center. I mean, that's all they kept saying during that fight against that tall guy the last time. We're here at the convention center. We know where you are, fuckers. We're trying to watch the fight here. In regards to the Dorticos fight, Dorticos always brings it, but he's close to 40 now, right?
Yeah, he's. I mean, he has power, right? I remember that. But he's been overwhelmed before. I remember that Garcia fight. I mean, that was a long time ago.
Close to 7 years ago.
I mean, I see Ramirez winning that fight. I'm disappointed. I really wanted to see the Opetaya fight.
It's going to happen.
Because Opetaya is saying that people are saying that he should move up to heavyweight, but he's saying that, where did I write this down? He still wants to fight at Cruiserweight. He wants to unify. Yeah. And then he's going to move up. He's not in a rush.
Hey, who's Zerto fighting? Who's Zerto fighting next?
The Dorticos.
Oh, why is he fighting him?
The WBA ordered that if he doesn't fight Dorticos, he's going to lose the belt. And apparently, he already waited too long.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So when's that fucking happen?
No
but this guy's almost 40 years old. This guy's 38 years old.
Yeah, he's 38 years old. I don't even know how he's the number one contender. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he beat 3 cab drivers and now he's a contender. Yeah. No, it's a fucking joke.
I agree. Doesn't make sense. They have until February the 15th to reach an agreement. If no agreement is reached...
Turkey needs to step in, call up the WBA, send them an envelope or something.
Yeah.
Sort that out.
Hopefully that happens. But apparently, Dorticos has been waiting already since the summer. So, they're way past the due date. So there's no way they can push this even further, I think.
What if they hold that fight as a doubleheader? Jay Opetaya against somebody else, and they do it at the convention center. Why don't they do that?
Yeah, they can do it in Saudi Arabia. Well, I don't know.
Jai needs to. I like Jai, but he needs to fight somebody like another B-level fighter, a decent fighter. He's just fighting nobodies non-stop other than breeders. He needs to fight some top.
Just stop calling him by his first name as if you know the guy. Jai. I like Jai. Yeah, shut up.
Dude, he's an Aussie. I can call him by any name I want. Man.
No, but then it sounds like
Guy's just a can crusher. Nothing.
Well, no, he's got skills, but at the moment, he really is a can crusher.
Call him mate, White.
Hey, at least he's crushing the cans, man. It would be a problem if he was going 12 rounds with those dudes. At least he's taking them out.
Yeah, at least he's knocking them out. He's legit. He's a savage.
He's exciting.
He's a savage.
I will say, I don't know if I mentioned...
If he fights McKalian will beat his ass back.
What?
Easy work.
I don't even know who that is.
Elkines always has these interesting takes, man. Who did you say?
McKalian lost to an younger version of Breeder, right? Yeah. So I'm telling you, styles make fights. McKalian beats the shit out of John.
BD, I think you remember McKalian. They used to call him Noel Gavor, but his last name changed. I don't know why. But now it's McKalian. That's the guy, Noel Gavor.
What?
Yeah. Remember, he's the guy that did beat Breeder, but he didn't get a decision. I think it was in Latvia.
Interesting. So he changed his name then.
Gonna look into that. Do you guys remember Lee Wood?
Yeah, what happened to him?
Wood, I forgot about this guy.
What happened with Lee Wood?
His last fight was in October 2023 when he beat or stopped Josh Warrington in the 7th round. He's gonna be fighting. He's gonna be fighting somebody in another card, but apparently he wants to move up to 130 and eventually fight Navarrete. What do you guys think about that fight if it ever take place?
What did they mention? What was his injury? What his injury was?
No. He had 15 months of injuries. Like he had multiple injuries, I think.
What the fuck?
He's 36.
Yeah, I like Lee Wood. I like how he brings action. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions. When he boxed Mauricio Lara, that was boring. But other than that, he makes for some quite exciting fights. And him against Navarrete, I don't think that'd be the exception. I think it would be an action fight. But he's got to get himself a tune-up, see how he looks. If there's a guy that needs a tune-up, it's him, and after so much inactivity.
Yeah, Lee Wood's the guy that... Yeah, Lee Wood's the kind of guy, as long as he's in a fight, he can turn it around. He's done it multiple times. So yeah, I like that. Exactly. Wood and Navarrete.
he's been struggling to make 126 for a long time now. So he says that he's gonna be very comfortable fighting at 130, but against Navarrete, I don't know.
That's a tough. I think Navarrete will probably knock him out.
Yeah, I don't like his chances, especially being inactive for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Overgar will take care of business.
Well,
I like that fight.
Yep.
I like that Navarrete fight because Navarrete is kind of friends with Lara, and Lee would beat Lara in the rematch, so it would be kind of a little like, hey, you got a friend. And I think it would be a good, interesting fight.
Yeah, of course. We have to see Wood again. He's getting old now, 36. He even said it. Time's running out. So, do not fight, move up in weight, and then fight Navarrete. That's a perfect plan. All right, what else do we have here? Oscar Duarte fighting Regiss Prograis, February 15th in Anaheim, California, at the Honda Center.
The Honda Center.
What else?
So Duarte versus Prograis, that'd be the zone, right?
Yeah, I assume. Yeah.
Duarte's going to knock him out. He's going to knock him out.
Yeah, Prograis.
I don't know.
Why is he fighting?
I don't know, man. That's a different. I mean, Duarte didn't look all that hot against Akhmedov or whatever his name is in the last one.
Well, Prograis was over here getting pieced up by Devin Haney. He got dropped like twice, right?
Yeah,
he only got dropped once.
And then
he didn't look that great.
Yeah, was he against Cotterell also? He didn't look great.
Mm-hmm.
He looked old. It's like he lost.
Cotterell got dropped twice. Yeah.
Who's on the undercard for that?
What's that?
What's the undercard look like for that fight?
I have no idea. I have to check it out. That's February the 15th in California.
And is Prograis with Eddie Hearn? Is that what it is, or who's he with?
Don't know, but he fights on the zone constantly. So
yeah, he and Duarte. Who's he? Is he with Golden Boy or what's the deal there? I have no idea. Boy. Yeah, it might be a Golden Boy then promotion fight then.
Well, it's in California, so it's probably Golden Boy, right?
Yeah. I'll see who's on there because then I'll fly down for that just to go to the fight.
Yeah, you check it out, maybe.
Yeah.
Don Madrosas, can you give me one of your boxing hot takes? I need a good laugh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's looking for a fight now.
I love it. Yeah, what's up? What do you want to know?
We need an injection of comedy on the panel, so go ahead.
Let's do it. Go for it. Are you doing a hot take? What's
let's give him a topic.
You're the comedian. You're the comedian. Don't get confused.
Yeah. Are you commenting on anything? Like,
I wanted one of your hot takes. One of your hot takes. Something come up.
Well, why don't you fuckers just make a joke?
Yeah, hold on. Madras, I'm gonna give you. I don't know if you were listening, though, Madrasos, but here's the plan that His Excellency has. He wants to put a card that has Haney and Garcia fighting on the same card. Obviously, Haney is gonna be fighting Jose Ramirez. And Garcia is gonna be fighting Pitbull Cruz.
Why don't they just fight each other?
I know we were talking about that. I don't know. That's the plan, and they're gonna fight each other in October.
I thought the negotiations were in play already. That it was going to be Garcia and
there was a lot of rumors.
But then I heard Teofimo his dumbass was gonna fight Ryan too. So I don't know.
Well, this is a rumor though.
I'm least likely to believe anything Teofimo says or any news about Teofimo until it's like signed and I see a press conference. But with the Garcia, when's the suspension over?
April something.
Yeah, so it's coming up. I mean, he should start thinking about who's going to fight next. They can promote that.
Pitbull Cruz seems like a fight, and some people are interested.
I don't think that's a good fight for him.
It's not?
Well, he's got to blow down to 140. He's not making 140.
No, I think Pitbull's going to go to 143 or some shit like that.
Oh, a catch weight.
I assume. I don't know. That's what I think.
That's ridiculous, man. He's way too small.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Well, guys, Ryan is not making 140, so I assume it's the guy who's going to be moving up.
The battle of the C-level fighters, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I got. Fuck, I don't know who I have on that one. I guess Garcia, maybe.
All right. So there's no hot take on this shit. What about Haney against Jose Ramirez?
Well, Ramirez is washed, dude. I mean, he got his ass kicked by
he's done.
Barboza. So I guess with Haney's chin, I guess I would say it's a 60-40 fight. Haney's in favor of Haney. I don't know.
60.
I don't know. We don't know how he's going to look when he comes back. That guy is psychologically fucking fragmented, just ruined.
Yeah, he might look shit. He might win, but he might look mediocre doing it, man. And it's going to take the steam out of the Garcia
He looks
fight.
mediocre in all his fights, to be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to look. So, I mean, you're putting him against an old C-level fighter, I would say. Ramirez, I mean, I give Ramirez a little bit more credit. Maybe he's B-level, when at his prime,
But whatever, this fight's supposed to take place, this card's supposed to take place in Times Square, outdoors, in May.
Why in the East Coast, dude? They're two Mexicans.
Yeah, but it's outside, in Times Square. There's all these tourists, all these Asians there. Fight. Big fight. So, I don't know. No, I have no idea. Yeah, you're right. It should have been done in California or something. It might not even happen, guys. It's just a fucking rumor. So, let's see what else. We talked about Teofimo Lopez and the drama. He says that Top Rank is just pushing for Keyshawn Davis as their next superstar. So again, I don't know. He didn't go all racial this time, but we know he was thinking about the racial factor in this whole thing.
When are we gonna talk about Canelo or Crawford? I want to shit on Canelo.
Hold on.
We still want to build up.
Because then we're gonna get stuck with that topic all night.
All
right. Hold on. Jesus Ramos is fighting Jason Rosario in the undercard of Benavidez Morell. Why is he fighting Jason Rosario though?
I think he's also coming off a loss. Rosario is.
Yeah, but Ramos didn't really lose his last fight. Was it against the Lubin or I don't remember. That was a robbery. No, that was a long time ago. That was in 2023. He shouldn't have lost that fight. All right, well, that's the undercard. I mean, the undercard of the Benavidez card is going to suck, but that's what you get with the PBC, right?
Mm-hmm. I thought it was supposed to be a decent undercard, wasn't it?
No, it's not a decent undercard. Oh, Rick Glazer is saying that the PBC will die by May. Well, not die. He said that the PBC will get...
He's been saying that for 5 years
now.
Yeah.
They're gonna get dropped by Amazon Prime by May. By May, they will get dropped, and that makes sense because
Al Heyman's a roach, buddy. Al Heyman will survive the nuclear blast.
He's like a cockroach.
It's been proven already. The guy's impervious to bankruptcy.
Here's what Glazer wrote on X. Solid source is telling him that Amazon Prime is dropping the PBC in May, as the PBC failed to hit minimum pay-per-view numbers. This would be the 12th platform that has permanently disassociated themselves from the PBC since its inception.
Don't get Netflix. Don't get Netflix.
How many pay-per-views have they had? How many pay-per-views have they had? I thought the Canelo ones did okay.
Four or five.
Haven't the Canelo ones done okay?
They had two Canelo ones, and then they had Benavidez and Davis, and then Davis and something else, I think, and that was it.
Yeah, so famed hit pay-per-view minimum. I mean, that sounds suspicious to me already. Sounds dumb. So
yeah, the guy's a roach, dude. He will be around for another 10 years, I think. I don't know. 20 years maybe. Who knows, man? They haven't been. No one. Every time I hear the story, Al Heyman and pay-per-view at PBC are gone. They managed to find a way.
Because usually the stories are bullshit. That's why.
Look at
they're not exactly.
And a week later, they signed Canelo for 3 fights.
No, not exactly. Not always. Not always. They're not always bullshit. Because when he said that they were going to be off of Fox, that happened. And when he said they were going to be off of Showtime, it happened. Now, there's been other stories in between, the 3-fight deal with Canelo and Canelo going to fight whoever else. That there's a lot of bullshit stories, especially with Errol Spence. So I don't know. I can't really buy everything Rick Glacier says. I don't hang on anything he says, but overall, the pay-per-views, the PBC's the pay-per-view, great. Yeah, the PBC's managed to hang in there no matter how abysmal their cards are.
He didn't say that the PBC was gonna die or something. He said that they're gonna get dropped by Amazon, and that's not far-fetched. I mean, they make sense. Why would? Yeah, they're not putting in any shows that are. They're all pay-per-views and they're garbage fucking fights.
Yeah, the cards are not good. If you're gonna do pay-per-view,
some of those fights have been. I mean, they're not. They shouldn't be on pay-per-view. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not bad fights. Some of them are not bad fights, but they're not pay-per-view worthy.
They're not pay-per-view worthy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just tired of hearing about Rick Glacier's stories and about the PBC already. So
you sound like a PBC. You sound like a PBC fangirl. Well, I'm just gonna.
No. It's just like it's been how many years of this already? You know.
Yeah, but they're slowly dying. They're bleeding out, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a sudden death. They're bleeding out. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the show. Hit the like, or we're ending it. I'm not even joking. We're gonna end the show if you don't hit that like. What else? All right, I guess we can talk about Canelo Crawford. Apparently,
you got the guy
I think
here.
I should start this off. Right?
All right.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Now, are these the Canelo fans? Your fighter's a 168 pounder, and he's getting called out by a 38-year-old welterweight. Are you embarrassed by that? I'm just curious.
Well, Canelo didn't want that fight, but there's been all this pressure now. And even
what does it say about the respect Crawford has for Canelo's skills that he's calling him out, a little welterweight, 38 years old?
I mean, Charlo also called out Canelo, and then you saw what happened. So there's a difference between calling somebody out and then actually doing what you said you were going to do.
So, well, even trying, like at least I want to try. They want to call him out.
Well,
I didn't hear Crawford calling out David Benavidez. Would he call him out? No, I don't think so.
Complain to Charlo. I mean, why are you complaining?
Well, the money's not there. It's more of a money fight, isn't it?
It's almost as if they don't fear Canelo's skills and they can't wait to get in the ring and they think they can beat him. That's what it sounds like to me.
It sounds like they want to get paid. That's what it sounds like to me. More like who's he going to get paid with? You know. Like, what's a real money fight? What's a real money fight at 54 for Crawford?
How about both? Like, he thinks he can beat him, but he also wants to get paid. But to be honest, I think it's both. To be fair,
I think it's more he wants the money at this point. Like, he's running out of time. It's not like he's going to fight for undisputed at any of those weight classes. So this is probably. Say fuck it, I'll get paid, and if I lose, I lose.
He's going to retire soon. He wants a big payday, and I do believe that he thinks that he can win the fight, and it's possible that he's getting influenced by some of these people that like Tim Bradley, who's saying that he's very confident that Crawford's going to beat Canelo, and he's not the only one. There's some other people saying the same thing. So maybe Crawford is already starting to believe this fucking nonsense. So he's like, hey, I'm getting a payday, and I might beat this guy.
No, Crawford 100% thinks he can beat him. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
I mean, probably what?
He does probably believe that.
Okay. I thought probably he beats him. I was like, wait a minute.
No. I think he probably believes that. Yeah.
He has the ability to beat him. he can beat him.
Here we go. Here we go. You want to write that down? Do we write it down? What's your prediction, Mirage?
My prediction, I think if they fight, it'll be a close, competitive fight and with a controversial decision, probably favouring Canelo.
All right.
But yeah, I don't think he's going to knock him out or run through Crawford. I think Crawford will give him a tough fight.
We're going to the BDA records here, and I already have, man, you're always on the records here. We have Mirage says Suraz is going to KO Munguia in the rematch. You said that on December the 16th. You also said Mirage. He says Mirage says Benavidez stops Beterbiev or Bivol if they ever fight. You're out of your fucking mind. All right. Mirage.
Do you think he's just going to KO? You reckon he's going to KO Crawford?
Canelo, yes. Body shot.
The mystical Canelo body shot, which somehow doesn't KO anybody other than, was it Callum's, those two UK dudes,
little brother.
Rocky Fielding and some other
Rocky Fielding. Liam Smith and Rocky Fielding.
The mystical body shot that was supposed to fold Benavidez in half if you had the balls to get him in the ring. All right, man. All right. Didn't Charlo eat a bunch of those body shots and he had no problem taking them?
From who?
Canelo was banging Charlo to the body for 12 rounds.
Oh, Charlo
went down to the body shot.
And he never landed.
He
didn't land body shots?
He landed a few, but they didn't land completely flush. They were hitting the arms.
He was backing away from the fight. I mean, he was toe to toe with him in the first round, and then by the third round, he was already backing away.
So when
fight. I don't know.
So you got to the opponent's got to stand still like a heavy bag right in front of Canelo for him to like hurt him to the body. Is that what he needs? Like, can't even stand right there for him.
You're not going to stand toe to toe with a guy like it's not. You're not going to land flush, obviously.
I reckon Crawford might actually.
I mean, how many?
He might actually start putting it on Canelo.
How many flush punches did De Los Santos land on fucking on what's his name? The runner.
Yeah, but Shakur ran. He literally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Charlo was running away the whole fight. He was backing away the whole fight.
But no, he
not as bad as
he hit. He doesn't have. Yeah,
he wasn't trading.
Like a little rabbit.
He wasn't standing his ground trading. You know. I don't know.
Crawford, man, don't underestimate Crawford. He's got advantages.
Oh, I don't. He's got advantages. I don't.
The only real advantage Canelo's got, in my opinion,
Crawford might be underestimating Canelo in this sense because
what's Canelo got over Crawford? Power.
If he stands toe to toe with him,
I think Mirage is jealous that Crawford wants to fight Canelo and not Benavidez.
No, I'm not actually. No,
yeah, you are.
You
wish people were like big stars wanted to fight Benavidez, but Benavidez he's ignored. He's like on the sidelines, not getting any attention, struggling against Vosdick. Now he's fighting a guy with 12. Now he's fighting a guy with 12 fights.
Dude, don't get confused. This is a circus fight. This is a joke of a fight.
Which one?
So I don't care. About
Benavidez and David Morell.
That's what Canelo is now. Exhibitionist, exhibition fighter, circus fights, gimmicks. I mean, whatever. I don't care.
People are saying that this is Leonard Hagler. All right, they're comparing it to that biggest fight.
Leonard, no.
It's Leonard Hagler of the 21st century.
Crawford is essentially still a welterweight. That's like 21 pounds. One fighter, 154. That doesn't mean anything.
That guy's big.
Yeah, but think about it. Canelo's only real advantage is power. That's the only real advantage you could put over Crawford, right? Size, power.
He has better defense than Crawford.
Not now. I don't think these days. Not in 2024, 25. I don't think so. Go watch the combinations Munguia was putting on him.
Crawford getting tagged.
Okay, Canelo
by
John Ryder was walking up, leading uppercut, overhand rights, man. Even John Ryder, go look at that. Canelo's defense is not the same as fucking.
No, he faded. He disappeared.
No, but you're talking about a 160 younger, 160 pound Canelo. This is a 160 pound. This is 168. He's 34. He's going to be 35 this year.
He always moves his
That's the version. That's the version.
Crawford's older. So what's your point? Crawford's older than that.
He has the size disadvantage, apparently. Right, Mirage?
But I'm talking this version of Canelo.
Yeah, and Crawford's
going to judge. You're making it seem like Canelo's struggling to get a win.
Canelo these days, last three years, is a mediocre B-level fighter, in my opinion. And he's living off his reputation. That's all it is.
Well, what do you want me to tell you? That's some stupid opinion you have.
All right, going the distance and a pretty sort of tough fight versus John Ryder, Charlo, Munguia, 8-4 fight, Berlanga win the distance. Imagine if David Benavidez did that.
I don't think
what would you say? You'd say
David
Benavidez sucks. He can't even stop Berlanga. He can't stop Munguia. Or a 154 pounder win the distance. John Ryder win it. But when Canelo, he's pound for pound.
Going to distance is not the same as struggling. That's what you don't.
No, they were competitive.
No,
Munguia fight was competitive, man.
I'll tell you, somebody that struggled. Crawford against Madrimov. That was a struggle. That was 12 rounds of pure struggle. Close
Crawford
fight.
against Pablo. That was another tough
That was
fight.
a chess. I mean, that wasn't even a fight. That was a chess match.
You think that Canelo going 12 rounds is some sort of struggle for Canelo or something? Like, no.
No, because Munguia sucks. I don't know if Madrimov sucks. I know Munguia sucks. And they got proven by getting knocked out one punch by some fucking French cab driver. Okay?
You're acting like
that's embarrassing.
Chin or something. That is one in a million type of stuff, like shot.
Yeah, Real Talk. Shout out to Real Talk Combat Sports, one of the biggest bitches in the community, hiding in chat, scared to come on the panel like a real man to talk to me. All right, sorry,
he's right here.
Look that out. Is he?
No, I don't know. Who's that? Real Talk?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you guys are underestimating Crawford, overestimating Canelo. That's a bad recipe. So I don't like either of them, so it's whatever. I mean, I'm not a fan of Crawford.
You want to talk about this,
either.
Mirage? Is there anything else we can say about this? I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, what do you guys think? Like anybody else giving Crawford a chance, or am I the only one?
Guys, is anybody else
Anybody here?
like Mirage? No. No,
Gonzalo. Don, come on, Don.
No, Gonzalo.
Break it down. Oh, Gonzalo. Yeah.
We can't hear you, Gonzalo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, Crawford, Canelo, Gonzalo. We're talking about.
I don't know who wins. I think Crawford is banking. Crawford is banking on Canelo's punch output. If he can deal with power punches, which is not a whole hell of a lot, maybe 20 punches per round, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 punches that are like really dangerous. He's making sure. I'm thinking, he's just making sure that I'm not trying to get caught square on the chin, where I'm gonna get KO'd. I think he believes, that he can win because he's got the longer arms. They're relatively around the same height. Pound for pound, who punches harder? If they were fighting in the same division, they're probably equal. I don't know. Some people might say Crawford, pound for pound, he's harder, but then we don't know.
Canelo. Who has the better defense? Who has the better defense?
But then we don't know because Crawford's gonna put on that extra tunnelage that he's never put on before. Just like Canelo, when Canelo moved up, his power carried to some extent. So Terrence Crawford's power might carry still. I mean, he didn't knock out Madrimov. What'd you say, Bucho?
Who has a better defense?
Canelo.
No, but see, you didn't even have to think about that. Mirage is saying that it's actually Crawford.
No, what percentage? No. What percentage, Gonzalo, is the fight for you? Like 80, 20, what?
It's just he's choosing not to get out of the way, out of the punches. He's just choosing to trade and walk these dudes down because in his mind, he's tougher than Ryder. Ryder's tough. Okay, let me take your shot. But instead of moving my feet out of the way, skirting out of the way to get back into position, to get my head out of the way to counter you, let's just trade 1 for 1. And then at the end of the day, Canelo's outbesting these guys. So I mean, what's the point here? Oh, poor little Canelo, he's getting hit sometimes. He sucks because he's getting hit, or he's getting a facial damage. At the end of the day, he's getting the better out of the other guy, even when it goes to the decision.
I think Crawford, with his timing, with his speed, and the power he has even coming up, I think he can maybe make Canelo respect the shots because Floyd Mayweather got Canelo's respect. He's not a power puncher, but when you're landing clean, sharp shots, precision at the right spot, these motherfuckers aren't going to walk you down. They're going to earn respect. So I don't think he's going to walk through Crawford's punches like they're nothing. I think Crawford will, make him respect him.
Don Chile Rellenos bringing up a good point. What power does he have coming up?
The power that he showed through his career, I think it's going to be respectable. It'll still be respectable even at 168. Yeah, he's not going to hurt Canelo, say, or knock him out. But respect. Even you're going to have to respect it.
Yeah, maybe. But Canelo has been fighting these bigger guys for years now. For multiple. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be impressed by or intimidated by.
Not one punch, but what about over and over? When you know what Canelo fights now? I'm going to come forward, load up the right hand, and it's telegraphed. Now, what do you think that is for Crawford, a sharp counter puncher, man? That's heaven.
No, it's not telegraphed. It's not telegraphed.
Oh, it is. These right hands. Come on, he comes in, he loads up these bombs, and then he throws the right hand in.
It's not telegraphed. Because even if you see the body moving,
I see it coming the day before. I don't know.
Wait. Even when you see the body moving, you don't know if he's going to pick down or high or high or low.
No, the right hand. The hook, yeah, it can go up, but it can go up or you can go low. Most of his offense to me these days is predictable, man, and one-dimensional. That's what I see.
Canelo got that switchblade feint with his left hook. You don't know when he's going to throw it.
Yeah, he got that. Well, he got Belanga with that. That was a fast, good left hook, and if he gets Crawford with that, he's going to be fucked. But I mean, that's it's boxing. Anything can happen. But I'm saying like probabilities.
I think that even if Canelo punches if he punches Crawford's guard, it's still gonna start fucking his arms up and everything. That's how hard Canelo hits.
Yeah, I don't think Crawford's going to be sitting there on the shelling up on the ropes.
He's going to have to do what you're saying, though. He's gonna, if he has that power that you're talking about, he's going to have to show it. He's going to have to make Canelo respect him, or else Crawford's going to end up fighting like Jermel.
Yeah,
because he won't
Crawford
have a choice.
Crawford has to show up to fight. You got to.
No, I agree. The thing is, I don't think he can. I don't think he's going to be able to last.
If he bitches out, then obviously, it's going to be over. But I'm betting on Crawford. You know, his reputation is he's a dog. You know, he's different. You know, blah blah blah. So I'm hoping, you know, he needs to show that. All right,
that's the thing.
But that's still not official. I mean, sounding sort of like maybe it is, blah blah blah. But I'm not even convinced that's happening yet, man.
We'll see. I mean, they both met with His Excellency. Canelo, when he was asked about the fight, he said anything's possible. But if you guys remember, like a year ago, he wasn't interested at all in that fight. He was saying he's too small. Now he's saying anything's possible. So we're getting there.
And why in September? What? So Crawford's going to fight somebody in between and risk that fight. What's he going to do? Just wait till September?
I think Crawford was injured. Has some injuries, so that's why. But
so one fight in 2 years? It's going to be.
But you're right.
He
I think
fight.
Crawford's supposed to fight before that.
You've got to fight again, man.
Maybe they'll fight in the same card. I don't know. No, because that fight would take place in May. But then they're already talking about Haney and Garcia in May as well. So you can't have 2 pay-per-views back to back. That wouldn't make sense. Well, who the fuck knows? Anyways, we can speculate all night, but let's move on to something else. Is there anything else?
I thought the Turkey pay-per-views were going to be a lot less money. So they were probably going to be able to do 2 pay-per-views back to back because they were going to be like $40 or $30 or something like that.
You're right. He was talking about trying to target $20 for
something like that. Yeah,
I forgot which pay-per-view it was or which fight, but yeah, he's aiming for those $20. And you're right. If it's $20, it's not bad. Oh yeah, here we go. He was talking about Conor Benn against Eubank Jr. Oh yeah, that fight apparently is happening, guys.
Oh, is that really going to happen though?
95% sure it's happening.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe for the guys in the UK, that's a big fight. For me, I'd rather see Ben fight at welterweight. Why move all the way up to 160 or something like that? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, agreed.
He's even small for welterweight, in my opinion. He looks like a junior welterweight.
Yeah, he would be good. Like it would be him and Pitbull would be a good fight.
Him and Barrios, whatever.
I think him and Pitbull, him and Ryan would be good. Ryan should go over there and do a fucking mega fight in England. Dude, they make a lot of money. That'd be a big money fight.
Yeah, go for some titles at welterweight instead of fighting 35-year-old Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah,
and Chris Eubank was fighting at 168. He has to come down to 160.
Didn't Liam Smith knock him out?
Yeah, but then he got the revenge.
Yeah, but still, he got knocked out by Liam Smith.
He did. I don't know how that shit happened. I was shocked.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, Liam Smith.
Good shit, dude.
Hey, Liam Smith is all right.
What's that?
Liam Smith is all right. Well, what's Eubank done? I mean, you ain't
yeah, you're right.
Eubank ain't shit, bro. I think fucking Liam Smith is better than Eubank. What's the Eubank done?
You're
He's
right.
35. Doing off his last name.
I mean, wait, hold on. Let's look at Liam Smith. Who did Liam Smith fight? Canelo? Did he fight Saddam Ali? No, am I mistaken?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He fight Munguia?
He's fought a bunch. He's fought a bunch of guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he fought. Yeah.
He fought a bunch of people. Yeah, you're right. He has a better career than Chris Eubank Jr.
Shit. I don't know. I don't follow Chris Eubank Jr.'s career, so I don't.
He lost.
I don't know who he's fought.
He was in the Super Series, World Boxing Super Series. He lost again in the semifinals against Groves, and then he lost against Billy Joe Saunders, right?
Oh, all at 160.
Yeah, and then 160. What happened at 168?
Well, Groves was at 160.
That was not 168. Yeah.
Oh.
All
right,
who cares?
They both fought undefeated, Saunders and Eubank.
That's the fight for the British.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pay for it. It's not like.
Yeah, neither does Mirage. You don't pay for it.
The best he's probably looked was against Yildirim.
Mirage, do you stream illegally? Is that what you're doing?
The only thing Mirage paid for about Benavidez was his 6-speed vibrator.
Oh, shit. Dude, does it come with a matching pillow?
Yeah, he told me it was solar rechargeable.
Nice. He's so green.
Oh, you're talking about, what is it called? The Benavidez 9000, right?
Oh,
yeah, basically.
It comes with a couple of flags representing each of his nationalities.
I think he was telling me it came with different flavor lubricants too.
Is there an ass-to-mouth flavor?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You would have to ask him about that.
Fuck this guy.
Hey, look at this, guys. You know, there were rumors. There are rumors of Garcia and Haney fighting each other, all this bullshit. There would be no morning weigh-ins requirement. So the weigh-in would take place at night, as it should be, like 24 hours before. And also the repercussions for not following VADA mandates or criticizing the organization will be severe, including having the fight called off. So you won't be able to criticize VADA. What the fuck? Why are they obsessed? Yeah.
Maybe Elon Musk should buy VADA.
Yeah, exactly. Make it free. Freedom of speech, freedom of criticism. Freedom to criticize.
I don't fully trust that guy, to be honest.
No, you can't criticize. What the hell is that?
You can't criticize VADA. It's fucking stupid.
Like, okay, so that's so weird.
A fucking doping agency. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's like,
what's wrong with you guys? Thou shalt never criticize anyone. Thou shalt never say anything bad against the regime.
Exactly. You can't criticize. It's like the medieval Catholic Church or something. What else?
They can't do that.
Haney, they say that the fight would take place at 147, and Haney likes that because it provides him with comfort to avoid grueling weight cuts and the ability to rehydrate towards a similar fight weight as the taller Ryan Garcia. So
I thought he loved doing that to other fighters.
Exactly. All of a sudden now he's like happy that didn't he call Garcia a weight bully or something? All of a sudden he's the one that has been struggling to make weight, and then he was telling what's his name again, Lomachenko, you're too small for me. You're too small. Remember that? He was saying,
so why are you fighting at that weight class? That's fucking hilarious. Imagine the irony of Devin Haney calling somebody else a weight bully. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And now he's saying he's happy it's going to be at 147. Holy shit. He was fighting Lomachenko at 135.
You see the irony? He was undisputed at 135, but really, he's kind of a fighter that doesn't really have a weight class because when he was fighting at a lower weight, he was weight bullying people. And he lost against Lomachenko. Okay, he got the W, but we really didn't get a true sense if he was fighting fairly against other fighters, how good he actually is. Now that he's moving up where he belongs, he obviously doesn't carry the power. So that's going to be hard for him too. So really, to be honest, he didn't really have a weight division where you could say he was the greatest or he was the best.
You would think he would be 140, right? But it's not. And now he's even saying that he struggles to make 140. So holy shit, what the fuck were you doing at 135? You can't even make 140. And he had like 2 fights there. Only 2 fights at 140. Oh, that's enough. I can make weight. Let's go to 147. But hey, I'm happy that this fight's going to take place at 147. I think it's going to be a more decisive victory for Ryan Garcia at welterweight. What else do I have here? Guys, hit the like button. How many likes do we have so far? Let's check it out. Hope I'm not disappointed. 91. That's pretty good. Guys, let's get to 100. Hit the like button. 9 more likes. 9 more likes. It's not a lot. Let's get to 100.
Yeah, guys, hit the likes. I mean, do it for me.
No, don't do it. That's not gonna help. It's gonna.
If for not for anyone else, do it for me.
They're gonna hit the thumbs down. All right. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. There's not a lot.
Yeah, where's the energy time, man? Everybody's quiet. Don Madras is quiet.
Everybody's tired.
Some weak energy, man. If I wasn't here, this stream would have collapsed like an hour ago. So I think I deserve some credit at least, Pucho.
Well, we'll let the chat decide if you deserve credit or not.
What else? Yeah. So only a couple of weeks to go. I saw the PBC release like these episodes of David Morell, like the build up. What are they called?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out behind the scenes.
They dropped 3.
Yeah.
The gloves off. They dropped 3 episodes already. I think once. So I'm gonna check that out.
Let me check. It's
People are saying that
they're building that up good, man. Like even though Morell's not a big name, they've sort of built up some sort of energy behind this fight. Would you say?
I see it.
Excitement. People are excited.
Maybe. Yo, I'm watching the gloves off that you were talking about, and they're showing that photo shoot that they had, and my God, Benavidez looked fat.
Yep.
Why? What the hell? He better take this fight seriously.
He's got the Tyson Fury, but I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks now. A couple weeks before the fight. I hope he's improved.
Well, I hope he's in shape now. Yeah, guys, check that out. I guess support any boxing event. It really helps out the sport. Gloves off, Benavidez versus Morell.
Yeah, it looks entertaining, yeah.
Are you expecting David Benavidez to stop Morell? Are you going to be disappointed if he doesn't, or is Morell that good of a fighter?
Will you be on suicide watch if Benavidez loses?
Yeah. Or if he loses, he's going to disappear. Yo,
a little bit if he doesn't stop him. But as long as he puts a beating.
Okay, as long as he
puts a beating. We're saying if he doesn't,
put a beating.
Doesn't win, what will happen to you?
Are you going to disappear?
That's a disaster. Obviously.
Are you going to disappear?
Yes, but what's going to happen to you?
Are you going to show your face on this channel again?
Will you be exiled?
I can't predict the future.
I knew it. Yo.
Maybe I won't even it's whatever, it's boxing.
Yeah, so exactly. That's what I'm saying. That you should.
Yeah, I think I'll be around.
You can't just disappear. That'd be a bitch move.
He's gonna pull it.
And you'd miss me. You'd miss me too much anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly. No, seriously, you can't just disappear like that after all that talk about how good he is.
No, I'll be here.
Are you even gonna pay for the pay-per-view?
Of course, I'm gonna pay.
Yeah, right.
100%. But yeah, it's got some excitement built up. So if David has a dominating performance,
I'm real excited.
No, seriously, is there really, guys? Do you feel any excitement in the chat as well? Answer this question. Are you excited about Benavidez Morell?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it
because most of them are Canelo fanboys hoping David gets knocked out and beaten by Morell. That's what they're excited about. I know what you guys are up to. Don't worry about that.
James Burnell in the chat says Mirage is right. David Benavidez beats any fighter from any era. I don't think Mirage even says that bullshit.
But Benavidez is still underestimated, underrated. You don't realize that this kid is special. Not just good or bad, no, special fighter. You don't realize it, but you will.
What the?
You will. Yeah, I know. That's why you won't be laughing at the end of this year, Butcher.
You know what? He might be special, but he needs to beat somebody like the winner of Beterbiev Bivol.
Kept you waiting, huh?
And they need to give him the fight. I hope they give him the opportunity.
Right.
That's all I want.
I want to see that. Listen, I'm not against.
And when he beats the living shit out of Beterbiev or Bivol, then you're going to be here saying, "Oh, you were right all along." I apologize, Mirage. I apologize. And
if he doesn't, and he loses,
and I will accept your apology.
He already said he's going to disappear.
Nightmare.
He already said, "I won't show my face here again." He's gonna.
But I don't have to worry about that because Benavidez is going to win. So this is some sort of alternate reality, the timeline that doesn't exist and it's not going to exist. So it's no pointless talking about it.
I have a question. What makes Benavidez so special? After the fight with Vosdick, he was literally falling apart.
Yeah. No, I've already asked.
Well, the fact that he beat an elite 175-pounder with two busted up hands is evidence of why he's special right there.
What else? There has to be more to his greatness.
We're also forgetting the fact that fighter was inactive for years, 37 years old.
Yeah,
3 fights the year before. So you're
right. Mirage, somebody's asking you, why is Benavidez special? Why should I watch this guy fight? Answer that question. What would you tell this person?
David is a complete fighter. He's actually a complete fighter. He can do it all in the ring. He's got like a perfect package of speed, size, power, tenacity, durability, accuracy, versatility, everything you want, basically, he has got. He can box. He can brawl. He can be patient. He can press. Throws high volume, combinations, literally everything. He ticks every box pretty much almost. And you're sitting here going, oh, what's so special? I mean,
I think he's a good boxer. I mean,
it's obvious.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good boxer and all that. But special? Not yet.
Well, it's the package, but Bam Rodriguez is special, right?
Yeah,
Little midget beats up Sonny Edwards. Oh, Sonny Edwards, he's a good fighter. Sonny Edwards, I said this guy's shit. I said Sonny Edwards is fucking trash at a mediocre UK level fighter, and I got called a hate. Then what happened? He got the shit bit out of him by go with 8 fights. That's what's up.
But
now what?
Bam's also got more championship.
And who else is Bam beaten? Oh, 35-year-old
destroyed the guy.
Runversai, whatever his name is. You know that Runversai dude?
Guy,
that dude had like 60 fights.
What's that fight? What's that guy who beat him that you talked about? Yafai? Is Yafai? Or I forgot.
Yeah, 8 fights. Okay. 8 fights.
In that fight.
And he destroyed him. He destroyed him.
Sonny Edwards is in his corner saying, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Because he got the shit beat out of him. No shit, he doesn't want to be there.
He fucked him up so bad that he fucked him, like he destroyed his career, basically. That's what happened. Bam destroyed him. Yeah.
Okay. And well, that's one way to cope.
What kind of boxer says, I don't want to be here tonight? Obviously, the guy's not... He wasn't even supposed to be fighting. He should be retired.
Because he was getting beaten up so badly. That's why.
About boxers. All of a sudden, he's saying, I don't want to be here. No.
And who else is Bam beaten? That Runversai dude. 60 fights. Almost 2 years out the ring. That guy was like a heavy bag. I watched that fight. He's standing right in front of him. Standing right there. And Bam styling on him. Is that impressive?
So you were talking about Benavidez, and now you want to switch it to Bam Rodriguez to prove that Benavidez has this great, amazing record, and he's such a special fighter.
David's far superior.
What's so special?
But everybody's on that guy's dick. That little fake Mexican. He can't even speak Spanish. He can't even speak Spanish.
Your guy over there.
I don't even care if he's Mexican.
He's not even fucking Mexican.
Well, Bam is special.
I don't give a shit if he's Mexican, Mexican-American, or if he speaks Spanish or not. I don't give a fuck.
Ecuadorian monster.
Who's he going to fight next?
Anyways. Now listen, let's talk about Benavidez. So what's his...
The complete package,
Yeah, the complete package. Listen, I'm not saying that this guy could not be special. All I'm saying is he has improved.
You haven't worked it out yet. Yeah, you haven't worked it out yet. Yeah, I know you're a bit slow,
you know the
Bucho.
future, you know everything. You know where this is headed.
Yeah, look, I worked it out in like 10 minutes. It's been like 3 years. You still haven't worked it out. Maybe in a couple of years you'll get there.
Yeah.
I hope
I'm pretty sure that the Andrade fight convinced you that he's such a special fighter, right? Fighting Andrade.
Wasn't that a special performance? Running through Andrade like a slick, unorthodox southpaw, avoided. And even just moving up. Your first fighter in division, like basically a tune-up.
He looked like shit.
Fucking Gvozdyk.
And he looked like shit.
Bro, you're acting like fucking Benavidez is like prime Roy Jones Jr. or some shit.
Yeah, and he fought this big.
No, Roy Jones, I'm a big fan.
Light heavyweight.
Roy Jones.
Gvozdyk was garbage, man. At that point, I'm pretty sure we won't see Gvozdyk again.
Why was he garbage? You're just saying he's garbage because you want to shit on David, Bucho. Come on, man. We know how it works.
He gave it his all against Beterbiev, and after that, that's it. He's done, shot.
Yeah.
Why is he shot? Why? Because David beat him? So he must be shot,
because if you look at his fights after that.
Because when he fought Beterbiev, he was at his peak.
Yeah, that was his peak.
What was that?
So maybe he's a bit below his peak, but he's shit.
God knows who. He's
shit,
taking a layoff.
He's like
coming off a layoff.
Past his prime, regressed. You know, things like that.
Hey, Bucho, now, you don't take my opinion seriously, whatever, but one person's opinion you should respect is Canelo Alvarez's. And the fact he wouldn't get in the ring unless you give me $200 million, that should tell you how highly he rates David.
That seriously. Like, no, he was.
Doesn't it show you?
It's a joke.
200 million.
You think he was serious? That's ridiculous.
No, he wasn't serious because
he was just making a joke.
That was just, because that was basically, don't ask me about David. I'm never going to fight him. I want to pull some crazy ass number out. So you motherfuckers leave me alone.
He felt insulted by the way he was treated by the Benavidez camp, who made up a bunch of lies about how much money they offered him and all that nonsense. They're probably acting like the A side. They wanted that TV rights.
Is this boxing?
TV rights.
Is this fucking boxing? Oh, you insulted me. I don't want to fight you. You insulted. You hurt my feelings. What the fuck?
He's putting him in his place. And he's letting him know, listen, you have no options. You're not a superstar. Nobody buys your pay-per-views. Go, find that out. Realize where you belong. And that's what's happening right now. Benavidez is now, he looks dejected. He looked fat. He knows he's fighting a guy that has 12 professional fights.
I would have thought.
Supposedly pay-per-view fight. That's why Benavidez is already talking about, I want to fight the undisputed light heavyweight champion. Because he knows that Morell win is not going to get him anywhere. It's not going to give him any sort of credit or anything.
I thought like you put a fighter in their place by like beating the crap out of them. That's how it usually goes in boxing.
Depends on who you beat.
Apparently
Depends on who you beat. No, apparently not. Apparently not. And the guy's making excuses for looking like shit against Gvozdyk. Everybody can see through the fucking bullshit, through the fucking lies. So he really needs to step it up. As a matter of fact, he needs to stop David Morell. He needs to stop David Morell.
I don't think you believe the nonsense you're saying.
You were saying that he was going to stop Caleb Plant. He was going to stop, who else? Gvozdyk, all this bullshit. But then what happens? When he's unable to stop Caleb Plant, it's because the referee didn't allow him to stop him. And then against Gvozdyk, it's because he hurt his hands. What's going to be the excuse this time around? Oh, no. But this time around, you're saying that he shouldn't really stop David Morell. He just needs to beat him up.
Yeah, Morell will come to fight. He'll come to fight, so he'll stop him. But do you remember when Fernando Vargas was talking shit to De La Hoya? Did De La Hoya say, you're not worth fighting? Or did he put him in his place like a real man by knocking him out? That's what a real Mexican does.
I'm pretty sure Vargas didn't act like he was the A side.
I don't know. He was talking shit, disrespecting De La Hoya.
We're going to have to look
into that. He was talking shit.
Yeah, but he wasn't acting like he wanted the TV rights. He wanted this and that.
David doesn't act like the A side. You're just making shit up.
Apparently, that's what happened. And they lied about how much money. Supposedly, they offered.
Do you actually believe this bullshit you're saying?
That's what Lukowitz said. Lukowitz, whatever his fucking name is. And then he deleted the tweet.
I can literally hear the smirk. The smirk you got on your face when you're spitting this nonsense. I'm not buying it, Bucho.
Well, that's what Lukowitz said. So
yeah. So, back to the thing. Yeah, David is special. and he's proven it really so far. But some people are.
Well, did he prove it with his broken hands? Right.
Some people need him to beat clean out every division in boxing.
Well, I mean, think about it, right?
Bam just needs to beat Sonny Edwards. Bam just needs to beat Sonny Edwards.
If it's special, then he should not have had an issue clearing out 175 when he was ranked there in 2020, and he also should not have had an issue clearing out.
He didn't even fight there.
At 168.
He didn't even fight in the division.
Yes, he did.
175?
He didn't fight at 175 before. He was ranked there.
He was ranked there without even fighting there. He was a 168 fighter.
You know what? I really want Benavidez to defeat David Morell, get this fight over with, so we can see him fight the winner of Bivol Beterbiev. I really want to see this fight. I'm dying to see this fucking shit fight.
The problem is, see, if Bivol wins, I think he's going to duck David. So I want Beterbiev to win because I think he will fight David. Bivol, he won't get in the ring. He's going to duck.
You know who also said, had sparring stories? Zerto and Bivol, right? Said, oh, he was giving him the work in sparring. And then when they actually fucking fought in the pros, Bivol fucking whooped Zerto. So what the fuck?
I don't know about that. Who verified that? Is just Zerto talking shit?
You can look it up.
This has been verified that David Bivol by a lot of people. A lot of people have said it, not just fucking David. And they're saying David cooked him in sparring. Guess what? That was a 21-year-old David.
Like whom?
21-year-old David did that. Not this one.
Mirage. Who is saying this besides David?
The media, the reporters who are in the gym, that hang out in the gyms, the gym stories, a lot lot
you're making
Is there a fighter that
the dude on Fight Hype? The dude's on Fight Hype.
The dude's on Fight Hype. All right.
Yeah.
That's enough. What else? I gave you all this time to talk about your hero, Benavidez. But I don't think there's anything you can say, right? At this point, I mean, you said it all.
Yeah, it needs to just do it in the ring, and I think you will.
Okay. All right, guys, in the chat, hit the like button if you're enjoying the show. And give us some topics to discuss because I already went through my notes here. It's really nothing else.
Yeah, same people, the Mexicans are pumping up Zerto now. He's a new man. He's going to beat Opataya.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jai's going to beat the crap out of Zerto. He doesn't impress me. The Mexicans are delusional as usual.
I'm picking Opataya to win, but I would.
All right, so you got some fucking sense finally.
But I wouldn't. Still, Ramirez could surprise Opataya.
Yeah, if he can take the punishment and drag it out, make it a war, he's a tank. So I give him some credit for that. Zerto's a tank and he's tough and he's got some heart.
I don't think Ramirez is legit. He's not a natural cruiserweight, in my opinion. So
no, he's huge.
No.
What do you mean, man?
He looks
see how big his legs are?
Just compare him, even against Christian, whatever his name, CBS, the British guy. You could see that CBS was a true cruiserweight. Just the way his body was built and everything.
He's more muscular, yeah, but that guy's jacked.
Ramirez looks like he was eating some tacos just to make weight. He's big. His frame is big, but his body composition, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, but that's the Mexican sort of body composition.
But still, you don't know. There's Mexicans that are look at Pitbull Diaz. This guy looks like with muscles. He's strong. This other guy, Ramirez, looks like he's too lazy to make weight. So he ended up at cruiserweight.
Yeah, I mean, he will come. He could come in ripped, sort of close, even just close to that. And 175. Yeah,
listen.
He's lazy.
Opataya's talking about moving to the heavyweight division. That's how big he is. There's no talks of Ramirez moving up to the heavyweight division. That's the difference.
Yeah, but Jai is too small for heavyweight, in my opinion. He's too small.
Yeah, well, he can make he can move up. Ramirez would look fat at that point.
You should see the photo of him next to Usyk. Usyk's shoulders are like 50% wider. They're like. He's a big, Jai's sort of got narrow shoulders. He's not like, he can pack on the muscle, but he's still going to be a sort of smaller frame. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be, I think he's too small for heavyweight.
Maybe.
But he needs to fight. Yeah, I want Jai to fight like Who are some other top dudes at Cruiserweight he can fight if Zurdo's not next? I don't even know those dudes, man.
Well, he wants to unify, so...
Yeah, but he's got to fight somebody if Zurdo is unavailable next. Is he just going to fight another bum?
No, I don't think so. Well, I remember he wasn't even supposed to fight the other Australian guy he fought. That was.
But even the original opponent was fucking a nobody.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
A lot of people were saying this opponent was better. The stand-in opponent was better than the original.
Yeah, he had balls. I'll give you that.
Yeah, man, he came to fight. Good on him.
Yeah, even Opetaya respected that. He's like, I respect the fact that he came to fight. He didn't fight like a bitch. So we have.
But I like Opetaya. The guy's a savage, man.
Yeah, WBO and WBA champion is Gilberto Ramirez. IBF champion is Jai Opetaya. WBC is Norair Mikajilin. I don't know who that is. Let's find out. I really don't know much about.
Hey, Don, man, are you there? You got something to say?
Who's there?
Don, I'm just being quiet. Just wanted to say
something.
Yo,
what's going on?
Nothing. He called you a bitch. Mirage called you a bitch.
No, we need some energy, man.
So the WBC Cruiserweight champion is some guy from Armenia. He's 27, 2 wins. Sorry, 27 wins, 2 losses, 12 knockouts. And yeah.
Hey, Mark, you talking shit in chat? Abdullah Mason, yeah, I was hyping him up. Yeah, I mean, pretty he got exposed a little bit with his defense in his last fight, but I'm not writing him off yet. But that was a big red flag. You get dropped 3 times by the same shot like that. That's a fucking worry. But still got potential. But obviously I'm not as hyped for him as I was. And that's fine. You judge a fighter what they show. You judge what they show. You know, if they look good, you know, you judge them on that. When they show flaws, you adjust how you view them. It's fine. Sure. What was that?
You take a nap? You sound like you need to take a nap. Bedtime for you.
You take a nap. Nap time.
Who? I just got up.
Round one says, remember when those C-level Mexican fighters kept beating all those supposedly top European boxers? I mean, there's been a few upsets I remember where some of these Mexicans used to go over there. But when it comes to Jai Opetaya, sorry guys, I don't think Zurdo beats him. And I'm not being anti-Mexican, just being realistic here.
Wait, could be the argument that Zurdo would beat Jai?
A lot of Mexicans.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I haven't heard anything.
Well, I mean, people in general.
He's just making shit up. He's trying to steal some.
I haven't heard anyone even come close to saying like.
No, I've heard a lot of people. It's a common opinion. Zurdo can beat him. Trust me.
Where?
I will trust you. All right. Yeah.
They say he's got. Some people have said he's got better defense than Jai. I mean, they're saying crazy shit, but they're saying like he can break him down.
Maybe that's true, to be honest.
But Zurdo's got some of the worst defense in the sport, man.
Nah, he showed that
he's looking. He's looking better. He looks like he's improved, but he's not enough to beat someone like Jai. I don't think.
He's too slow. Monster, he's too slow. The same. To me, it looks similar to the Bivol fight. Similar to that. But he's going to get punished more with tries.
Maybe slow, yeah. But you're saying he has no defense. I don't know where you got that from.
No head movement. Go watch the highlights of the Billy, what's his name, fight. No head movement.
Mark
saying shots.
Mark saying that Queen Bucho always hated on Zurdo. No, I started hating on Zurdo after he had that completely disgusting, embarrassing performance against Dimitri Bivol. He didn't even try doing that fight. That was embarrassing. That's when I said that he was no longer a Mexican. He didn't try, man. Nah, man, that guy, that was an embarrassment.
I remember him coming forward and just eating shots, and then Bivol turns away and he just tries to find him again and eats more shots. That's what I remember.
Nah, that was embarrassing.
Yeah. I predicted that, by the way. I thought I predicted Bivol.
Jai swings wild and gets hit. Jai has a hell of a chin. All right.
He's not that wild, man. Like,
He was a little bit wild.
He's not like wild. I wouldn't say he's wild.
Fight, he did look a little bit wild.
He's still pretty accurate though, and educated sort of. It's not like just blindly just brawling. I wouldn't go that far.
Baron Evola says too much Mexican polka and not enough Europop like Usyk. Yeah. At least Mexican polka is a little bit more macho, than Europop.
Yeah, but Zerto looked bad in other fights as well, man. Against that Gonzalez guy, Yukaneski. He was eating so many clean hooks and shots, and he looked terrible there in other fights. It wasn't just the Bivol fight. So that's why I've never been.
I was at that fight.
Oh yeah, that was like a brawl, right? Like they were going back and forth.
I mean, Zerto's at a more healthy weight. He's been looking better. I never thought he's that guy though. Everybody, to me, he reminds me of like a Munguia. Like these guys are like. They debunked the whole you got to be Mexican to be popular. These guys were Mexican, and nobody ever followed them. Munguia drew one crowd in Arizona his whole career, and that was it. Other than that, nobody likes these guys. They're not big draws, and even in Texas where I saw him. So I don't think he's going to be all that competitive, man. It's just he's just fighting at a healthier weight.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sort of like Munguia sort of type. Yeah.
Abel in the chat says, what's the best Twitter fight today? The best Twitter fight today was Devin Haney against Teofimo Lopez. They went back and forth.
What happened?
Well, at some point, Haney said or implied that Teofimo Lopez was docking Matias. Then Teofimo Lopez said that the reason why that fight's not happening is because Bob Arum wanted to make that fight on the West Coast. And then he said the fight should have been taking place in the East Coast. And then he said that they were offering him $2.8 million and he deserves more because he's the only star that Top Rank has. And then what happened after that? Devin Haney said, after I beat Ryan Garcia, I'm going to beat your ass.
Man, boxing is turning into TMZ, man. I thought this generation of Floyd clones was going to kind of be weaning off, but man, they still got a good run in them. That's kind of depressing.
Yeah, I mean they're talking as if they're gonna fight, but we know that Teofimo Lopez and Haney are not fighting anytime soon. So what's the point of all this back and forth on Twitter?
Well, with Tio and with both of those guys, how do you believe either one of them? Both of them are full of shit. Tio should have fought before, but he turned it down because he said he wanted to wait for some bogus reason. Top Rank wanted to put him on, and Top Rank was so fed up. They're like, all right, if you don't want to go, then fuck it, we're not going to put you up. Because he was supposed to fight in the Garden. You remember on that fight where it was a Puerto Rican prospect? He was on that card. He was supposed to be on that card. I forgot what night that was. But, yeah, and Devin, man, he showed his true colors, man. You can't believe anything. This guy had a loss in Mexico, got it taken off. This guy, I can't stand Devin, man. None of these guys.
Yeah. No, they're big talkers on social media, but when it comes to actually fighting.
The only one I semi-respect is Ryan. And even though I can't stand his persona, he's shown that he will fight anybody. Like, he's crazy for signing that deal to fight Tank. And foolish it was, but he also had balls to say, you know what, fuck it, I'll tie one hand behind my back and only be able to eat a bowl of Fruit Loops the night of the fight just to fight you, and he did. And and honestly, I hate this whole narrative that Ostarine is some kind of that he got caught, so that's how he beat him. Man, Ostarine is a shit drug. It didn't help him. Everybody acts like he was on EPO or growth hormone or something serious like that. Ostarine is a trash drug. I don't know why everybody thinks, because he was caught using that, then it should be, some kind of excuse for Devin. No, he beat Devin fair and square.
Yep, that's true. I mean, I don't think Ostarine doesn't give you superpowers. It's used to cut weight anyway. So, but yeah, that's what happened on Twitter, on X, I should say. What else? As I said earlier, Rick Glazer says that the PBC is about to be dropped by Amazon Prime. So if that is true, then where is the PBC going? Who the hell knows?
Holy shit. Hey, that sucks, bro. And that's not a good look either, because if other people see, they got dropped, you think other people are gonna be like waiting, salivating. Oh, let's get these guys on.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's good for boxing.
What did they get outed?
Fucking disappear.
Disappear?
Yeah, but they're all gonna move to the zone.
The windshield.
What's that?
How do you do something?
You need to mute, man.
Push it.
All right.
Somebody's having sex in their car.
I know. What else, guys? I don't think there's anything else we can talk about here. I'm not even kidding. Where's Tank gonna end up? Says Skull Kid. Where is Tank gonna end up? In jail? No, I don't know. I haven't seen any news about his next fight. I don't even know what's going on with Tank Davis.
Even a lot of pro-black channels are turning on him, because it's like that whole thing with Terrence was embarrassing, man. It was like, and it's stupid. It's like his whole argument was bogus. He's like a little Clarissa Shields. There's no self-awareness, and she's another one that embarrassed herself this year and was like, hey, Turkey, don't forget about the women. And he was like, at the end of the day, we have the last say, or something like that. But it's funny, man. And nobody saw her movie. Nobody's going to buy Tank's fight. And it's funny, they got Mexayo as the backup, another smaller guy. But these people are making these bogus excuses for the guy. It's like the jig is up, man.
They got Mark Mexayo as a potential opponent for Tank Davis?
Yeah. If something happens to Roach, Mexayo is the backup.
Oh, God.
Isn't he at 130 also?
Yes, it's another 130 fighter.
What the fuck? So, what is it with this guy and dragging up like featherweights? What's his deal?
I don't know. And the whole argument where people are like, oh, now their last leg is like, oh, he's too little and he can't fight these guys because he's 5'3". And I always point out, like, okay, well, if you don't want to go to 140 and fight these quote unquote bigger guys, then why doesn't he fight the best at 135? And he won't even do that. But even at that point, I always debunk him by saying, okay, Canelo is fighting and beating bigger guys, and he has been doing that for a while now. Lomachenko was beating bigger guys. Floyd Mayweather always came in underweight, then it fought bigger guys. Manny Pacquiao fought bigger guys. Usyk was the latest career of a great guy testing himself, and he's always fighting bigger guys. So you see all this whole argument, he's too small. It's fucking crazy, bro. Like the few that are still defending him with their 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts on Twitter are just they're fucking. They gotta be like.
Yeah,
they gotta want to have sex with this guy.
You guys see the whole? Also, there was a feud between Crawford and Tank Davis. They were going back and forth, and a lot of people were defending Tank Davis, saying that he's a bigger star than Crawford. They were actually saying he had a better career than Crawford. These people are insane. These people are completely. Yeah.
Crawford doesn't want a crowd. Crawford was the first one to start selling out at his hometown. I mean, the only reason Crawford isn't a bigger star than what he is because all of Tank's homeboys over there at the PBC ducked him. They put him on ice. He wasn't able to get the marquee fights versus Denny Garcia, Keith Thurman, none of those guys. He got Sean Porter at the tail end after Sean Porter didn't have anything else to do. And so it's a lot of it is just stalled. And then he finally got his hands on Spence. And then after that, Spence stalls him out for another 2 years with the false hopes of a rematch. And then at the end, at the very end of that, he says, oh, no, I'm injured. I can't do it. So they've been putting him on ice for the longest time, for years and years, if you add it up. So the fact that, he would be a bigger star.
That's true. He was actually put on the sidelines. Also, yeah, whatever. But Tank Davis, this guy, his career is not going to be anything near or close to what Crawford is right now in terms of achievements. Tank's already 30 years old, and he doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to become a great boxer. He's not searching for legacy. He's already said he's going to retire this year, next year. So 2025, 2025 is going to be his last year. So
I think he's being a brat, just like Fury always does. Fury retired like a bunch of times. Floyd retired to get out of the Oscar De La Hoya rematch, and to get away from a few other guys at one point. So it's like it's just a bratty. It's American bratty move. Or like, he's like that girl that just wants to pick fights and wants you to chase her all the time. She can't act right. She's always drama. She has to stir something up because she just can't be a normal chick. That's Tank Davis.
Yeah, he acts like that for sure. For sure, I don't really give a shit about Tank Davis at this. I just want him to fight Shakur Stevenson or I don't even want to see Lomachenko. I don't want to see Lomachenko anymore. I think he's too old. But
I don't think it's ever going to happen, yo. I don't think it's going to ever happen because he's already reminding me of Spence. You remember when Spence, like, you can hear it in his voice where this guy's like kind of getting slower. Like, you can hear it in his voice. Who are you talking about?
Who?
Tank Davis.
He's getting
Tank
slow.
Davis, yeah,
No
if you ever hear him talk, it's like if go back and listen to interviews with Spence when he was younger. He sounded sharp. He talked fast, and then later he started sounding really kind of drawy. That's Tank. Tank sounds like. Are you
saying like he's ending up like Meldrick Taylor or something? That's fucking sad.
Because he gets hit a lot, and he doesn't. When you don't live the lifestyle, and he's a small guy. The small guys don't age well. He's little. Yeah, and that's a big factor. Like he doesn't live that lifestyle. He's small, and small guys don't last. They burn out. So I think it's just a matter of time till he's going to hit a wall. It could be maybe this fight where he just like the bottom fell through. You know, because the reason Pacquiao and guys were to last longer, they're smaller, is because they moved up in weight, so they weren't killing their bodies. But Tank's going to be starving to make weight. Make no doubt. At 30 years old, still making 135. I don't care how little he is. That's a big cut.
That lifestyle, you know what? I can see Tank Davis all of a sudden losing one of these fights, one of these supposedly easy fights, right? I can imagine him all of a sudden just slipping and losing.
Yeah, and it was weird. Hearing him talk to, because he had no leg to stand on when it came to Crawford. Crawford has a better career. He has a better woman. Like, even when he hit him real low and talked about his old lady. I mean, Crawford's career, I mean, I like a thick girl, but she's cute. She's a cute woman, and that's the mother of all his kids. And he's a good father, and they have a good family life. So it's like, how are you going to attack that? You know what I mean? When you're going with Instagram models, Tank can't even trust his women because they're out at basketball games. He's got to grab them by the neck and pull them out. You think these girls aren't going to drain Tank's account one day? They're going to take him for everything he's got. And it's funny because, like, and he pointed that out. He said, let's see whose money lasts longer, smart guy. And I believe 100% that Tank's going to run out of money one of these days. And Crawford's going to be, he's a smart guy. He makes investments. He doesn't blow it on stupid shit.
Well, he wants to fight Canelo, and people are saying he's just fighting him to get big paycheck before he retires. But that's a smart move.
I mean, that's part of it.
That's
part of it. I think
really good investment.
Two things can be true at one time, because I think that is part of it. But I think the other half of it is he's a super competitive guy. Like, when you hear him like in interviews and people challenge him to a basketball game or a ping pong, anything, that's what he said. He's like, I'll if anybody challenges me, I'll beat you at anything. Anybody, that's just my mentality. So I think he thinks he could truly win. So,
but also Crawford is in a different situation, in a different position. This guy's gonna be 38 years old. He already did accomplish a lot of things, maybe everything he could. And so, if he wants to fight Canelo, I don't blame him. But when it comes to Tank Davis, he's 30 years old. A lot of question marks, asterisks. I mean, he hasn't really accomplished anything other than grabbing a few regular belts here and there. Now he has the real belt. Well, the real belt, one of the 4 belts, which is not that impressive these days. And so he's way behind Crawford in terms of achievements. So him acting as if he's some sort of superstar who can, pick and choose who he wants to fight. He can fight B-level opposition and get a paycheck. No, he's not in that position.
And the final nail in the coffin, the final area where he's got him beat, is when it comes to the quote-unquote street, man, Crawford will whoop his ass. And Crawford won't hesitate to run up on him. I've seen Crawford at fights all the time. The dude walks around. He doesn't walk around with bodyguards. He doesn't walk around with an entourage. The dude is super confident. He doesn't need anybody around them to push people away and protect them. And with Tank, on the other hand, he has all these dudes. He's like Floyd, where he needs protection. And Crawford is not that dude to fuck with, man. Like, there's a lot of boxers that will I don't think they would like be like Crawford when if you say something and be like, all right, let's go, and he'll literally throw down anywhere, anytime. Whether it be like we saw him at a weigh-in with what's his name, Benavidez. He almost canceled the event by landing a hook at the weigh-in because he got pushed. Like, Crawford's that dude, man, and Tank knows it. So Tank's not gonna show up to anything around him. So just Tank's that. It's weird, bro. That shit is cringe.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not even interested in all that shit. But all right, well, that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. I don't think there's anything else. I think we covered all topics. Not much going on, but we might get this Haney Garcia fight. We might get other fights, other rumored fights. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna end the show. All right, guys. Take care, everybody in the chat. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Let's get this up to 115. Not asking for a lot. We're at 109 likes. Make sure to check out our Discord. Make sure to check out Patreon. Free content on Patreon. Link in the description. I'm going to post the link in the chat as well. Patreon. Subscribe for free. You can also donate on Patreon if you wish, but you're not obligated. Here's Patreon. And check out our second channel. We're putting like small pieces of content on the second BDA channel. It's called BDA Boxing Live. We're actually trying to post more like rumors and news, breaking news, stuff like that. So you're up to date into what's happening with the sport. And that's pretty much it. Oh, check out the gaming channel. I might live stream later on the BDA gaming channel. So check it out. All right, have a good night.
Listos pelos chingazos. Listos pelos chingazos.
I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.